Sure is.
Gotta share these. Gotta share it. Yeah. Yeah, after looking at those numbers that I sent you guys, man, like we've got to figure out how are we going to expand on 1 day a week in sales?
Right. the fact that we are having to hyper focus on Saturday and Sunday is like it's not right. It's never going to get ahead of that way.
This guy looks like young Vin Diesel.
And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Jay Banks. It's Tuesday.
Hey.
You know what time that is?
Yes, sir.
PowWow time. What's cracking, AI?
Hey,
We got the whole crew with us
we got
today, man.
Sure do.
Let's
man.
just get right to it.
All the boys.
The other side of the
Let's go.
table, we got the guys. What's going on, Yam? How you feeling?
Feeling good.
Ooh, feeling good.
I knew that was gonna happen.
He fell over. Is that Mike?
For as big and strong as that's my guy, Brendan, man.
Poor
Brendan
Brendan.
Hendrickson, yeah. He's the whip, dude. Like he's a 3-time Arnold Schwarzenegger, like Mr. Olympia.
Oh,
Yeah.
big dude.
Muscle
I
man.
think he's on his way to
Mr. Olympia?
I think he's on his way to Thailand right now to compete in some stuff. But it's a homie from when I was growing up, man. Like my best friend on the planet is his cousin, so we grew up together. He's been a part of the fashion shows and everything, man. Like it was cool. We had a fashion show down at Hollywood Casino, like down there at Boogie Nights. We did like a 90s event, bro. It was crazy. So we actually had the whole like stage where it's all lit up. You know, have you ever been to Boogie Nights?
Yes.
So they've got that whole floor. So we like lit up just the middle row to make it look like it was like a lit up runway.
Yeah.
And then of course Brandon, when he comes to it, bro, he like, oh yeah, that was way crooked. Rips the whole shirt off, bro, and just throws it into the crowd. And this was back like he was cut, but he wasn't that, bro. Like the dude's crazy big now, man. But all right, and then over here, actually, we didn't get a chance to talk to you, bro. How you feeling, man?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Feeling great. Let me get in this mic real quick. Let me get some more. Yeah, feeling wonderful. It's a
Turn that up a little
beautiful,
bit.
beautiful, relaxing Tuesday for me.
Yes, sir. Yeah, the weather, man. It comes and goes, bro.
God.
Cincinnati's the truth when it comes to this,
Yesterday was 80 degrees.
right?
What the hell happened?
All
Today is
right.
40.
Producing today, got Tyrell. What's cracking, bro?
Yo, what's up? What's good, peoples?
There you go. You can you no, you can't lower that at all, huh? I'll get you a new mic stand next week so it actually fits a little bit better. But yeah, bro, so we got the whole crew in, we got all 5 mics going, and I'm ready to do this, bro.
Yes, sir.
So what's going on, man? What's the news this week? We just got done with that fashion show.
We did. We just completed the fashion show on Friday. It was March 3rd. It was a night with all the crazy weather. We talked about that on the podcast.
That was insane.
I know. I was really hoping it wouldn't be as bad as it was, but
It's my fault, man. Every time I throw one of these things, bro, it's the worst weather on the planet. Every time I throw one of these, you know, I know like March isn't the best time to throw an event because of how tricky the weather is, but you know, it's like we had 4 days of great weather, and then as soon as our event hit, it was like, hey, we're just gonna take away all that heat and just
It's like, see ya.
bring in the wind, bro. That wind was insane.
It was raining like crazy too, I believe.
Yeah, all the way up
Yeah.
until 6, like right before the event started.
That's wild.
So at least we had a dry event, man, which was cool.
yeah, it was kind of like the event itself was something that, I mean, I haven't seen many events like that in general, and the crowd was like, the hype was intense. Everyone was way into it. The dancers, the models, everybody that was doing, I mean, there was like a pit where people were just dancing and like kind of throwing their hands in the air, and like it was just to the DJ. It wasn't even to any of the music. It was just a vibe completely.
It was definitely like a very, very cool underground feel.
It was very underground feeling in Madison Live of all places, which is like the least underground type of environment, and it still felt underground. And it was just unfortunate that there just wasn't as many people as I was hoping, just because of the weather. And it was, everyone was receiving text messages like, "Hey, weather's bad, don't want to bring the family out," or whatever the case may be. So that was just the downside. But on the upside, the clothing that these guys are coming out with is just
Insane, bro.
insane. Like campaign stuff, loner brand stuff, like Sauce Boys. Well, yeah, he does everything. So he was dancing. He was just I mean, even with the hurt leg, dude, he was just showing out too.
Bro,
And
he's such a humble and good dude too, man. Like when I first met him, and when did I first meet him, man? I know I saw him in Kenwood Mall when like they were on the
dancers?
news for all that and everything. Like they
Yeah.
were like, but it wasn't like a good spotlight. It wasn't like, hey, like break dancers and
Right.
and in Kenwood Mall, it was like cops called because of
yeah,
you know,
right.
whatever. But and they've helped us out. They when we had the store in Kenwood,
Yeah.
they came in and did some dancing there and
Got us in
and-
trouble.
yeah.
Yeah,
And then you know he's been he did a couple pop-ups with me where he showed up just to come and support and do a little dance or whatever, man. But bro, like within the past 2 years, like this dude has really found his groove, man. Like, cause he's phenomenal at dancing in general, right? And like capturing like the audience. But now that he's doing this stuff and he's doing like tapestries, so it's not like regular cotton clothes. Like he's going to I don't know if he's going to like you know Joanne Fabrics and finding like the tapestries that are basically like meant for like curtains or like to make like a pool tabletop or something.
Right.
But
Yeah.
he's getting these patterns that have like a lot of texture to them and a lot of designs. And bro, he had the one piece where he actually cut a Louis Vuitton bag in half and sewed it onto the sweatshirt, so it was like a permanent like fanny pack, like a shoulder strap fanny
Oh,
pack
right.
to the sweatshirt.
Yeah,
To
that
the sweatshirt.
That's nice.
Okay.
Yeah, bro, it was fire, bro. And like
he was hand sewing everything too.
right there.
Right there, right
Yeah.
on site. He was gonna do it on stage, and he's like, I didn't know how if I could even do that or how you would feel about it. And I was like, dude, you should have done it.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, well, next time I will. I was like, next time I expect you to have a session of just sewing on stage
We'll
because
give
I've
you,
never.
we'll give you a longer
Yeah.
time slot for sure.
He can do his thing. I've never seen that like the graffiti on stage. That was different in its own right. But I've seen live graffiti artists. I mean, they come in, but they're usually on the side vendor. They're not on the stage, which was
Right.
different. But to do a live sewing experience,
Yeah.
man, that's
Crazy.
that's way different.
Yeah. Let's talk about Quasar, man. So
Yeah.
Quasar is the graffiti artist that was down there.
Yep.
You know, he traveled all the way from Indianapolis to be here, and of course, like we said, that weather was coming through, so he
Mhm.
had to drive through that entire
Yeah, trooper,
rainstorm to get here.
Gotta get here safe, man.
Yeah, bro. And so like he was on stage, and I can tell like he was getting frustrated, you know, because it's like all the eyes are on you, the spotlights are on you, and you know the spray from the graffiti cans was dripping a little, and I'm like, bro, just like.
Let it roll.
Yeah, like that's like I know that you want this thing to be perfect, bro. But that's the best part about it is you're doing this right now live, and all these drips is just real, like, you know what I mean? Like
It literally
real
the drips
time.
real time, but the drips made it such a unique piece. If you were to buy, like, let's say you're out somewhere and you see that Mickey Mouse on a painting, whatever, you may not be fully sure if that was endorsed by Disney or not. But if it's got drips from the eyes, you know someone did it that's not affiliated per se.
and that's why I love it
Different.
because it looks different. It looks like
different. But you still see Mickey. It's clearly Mickey Mouse, like, you know. So, and I mean his signature at the top of it, like the whole thing was fire, the whole piece.
yeah, I've got it.
On the wall,
I've got it on the wall now.
He did
I
it in like,
have
He did it in like 15 minutes too. Didn't
Yeah,
he? Like
bro.
10 to 15 minutes.
the jealousy is real over here.
That's sick.
Yeah, so that's
Isn't it?
that's
Yeah.
the graffiti
Yeah.
piece he did, man.
So
I started the offer at $100 for it. I was hoping that other people were going to jump in and try to offer him more, because the thing is worth obviously way more than $100, man. The canvas alone is probably worth 60, you know,
Yeah.
probably $50 or something. But you know, I'm thinking about maybe bringing it in here and auctioning it off if my wife will let me, man. Just because like I'd love to bring Quasar more money for that, right? Like obviously I'd love to have it for $100. That's a steal, dude. But like, this dude is so talented, and you know, just the fact that he took the 2.5 hour trip. He ran a hotel, bro. They stayed here that night, so he came down. He didn't have enough. He didn't have enough time to get a bunch of his other artwork done, so he's kind of just like came down just to do this spotlight. But the guy's phenomenal, dude. Like when he does these like big wall murals that are like 30 feet tall, you know what I mean? Like all on brick, he'll go in and he'll just graffiti the wall with X's and O's, and somehow that's like his like algorithm to know, like, instead of cutting it in boxes, how we did that native box logo in the old store.
Yeah.
He uses the X and O's and lines and everything to go, okay, this is where this needs to go, this is where that needs to go. And that was like, you know, I've been around graffiti artists a lot, bro, and when it's like, how do you start this thing? Where do you start? And then when
My
they
exact question.
when they get into it, like I had this whole wall done inside our original store, and you know, he did the gray, and then he did all this red, and I'm like, dude, that red looks phenomenal. He's like, you're not gonna be able to see it in like 10 minutes. I'm like, what? Like, and then he would just go over top, and then the red would just hint underneath it. I'm like, that looks fire.
Yeah.
He's like, it's not gonna look like this in a couple minutes. You know what I mean? Like, kept on
Yeah.
changing it. It's like, wow, dude. Like, I kept thinking, don't do anymore. I like the way it looks. And he's like, bro, just a little bit more. And then he would cover up that color that he did, and then he would outline it with the other stuff. I'm like, oh, okay, I get it now.
Right. He's like living in layers.
Yeah,
He's
but like
seeing the layers of freaking.
the very first thing I said to this graffiti artist, he was from Chicago, not Quasar, but the guy that did the artwork in our old store was from Chicago. And I was like, how do you start this thing, dude? He goes, well, where do you want the center to be? And, you know, the wall's like 15 feet long, so I pointed like 7.5 feet out. I was like, right here's good. Tagged it. Put his signature right there. Okay, boom. Now we know. And he goes after like a little 8.5 by 11 piece of paper that he drew, and then just takes it from there and just somehow gets it on the wall.
Wow.
Like
yeah, that's
150
amazing.
times the size of what it was, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's impressive, man. And like, you know, especially having all those eyes on you, and you only got 15 minutes to do it, and you've already been struggling to get there. It's like, you know, I've got nothing respect for that dude, bro.
Absolutely. Yeah, he was in my opinion, he was probably one of the best parts of the entire event, tops.
Yeah.
Like, period. Like, I mean, and we stuck him in a slot that wasn't even ideal. Like, he had just gone off like after like the big like our time on the stage, and then he has to go up there and follow us, you know, after Deuce's performance, and he was
Killed it.
Killed it.
Yep.
And then Campaign came on, and they closed the show out with like a bang, bro. It was just, the whole event was just perfect. Weather outside of that, perfect.
Yeah,
Perfect.
you know what? I loved it, man. I'm glad that it wasn't too packed, and you know, we almost broke even. We lost a couple dollars, and I'm 100% cool with that. There wasn't anything for a money grab. This was really to spotlight the new brands.
I just wish more people were there to see it. It's not about the money as much, because I mean, you win some, you lose some. But that was one of the best events I've seen the city do. And to have, if there were 200 people there, we'd be talking about it. People would be waiting for the next one.
Right.
But next
I
one,
think people are waiting for the next one already. I mean, you know, we're how many days in? It was Friday, so we're at like 5 days or something.
Mhm.
And I'm still getting tagged, you know, like a couple times every hour on these photos that are coming out. And every photo looks incredible, dude. The dark ambiance of Madison Live with the stage lit, and then Campaign's clothes being as bright as they were, you know, Native being as bright as we are. Like, that stuff really shined on stage for sure, bro.
the native the hats were just popping,
Killing it.
popping.
Yep.
Like, seriously, I took a selfie with Nate Nunemaker, and and I was like, dude, that hat looks great on you, man. He's like, I love it. I'm like, yeah, man, that's it.
He was so excited. He's like, I get to keep the hat too. I'm like, yeah, bro.
Yeah.
The hat and the shirt's yours.
He's
like,
gonna
"Man,
wear
I
it all
love
the time.
bro."
Yeah, he's Nate's family, man. We go way back, so I loved seeing him. I didn't even know he was gonna be there, so I loved seeing him there. I was like,
Yeah, he came up to me. He's like, bro, it's me, Nate. I'm like, what's up, bro?
yeah. I was like, what are you doing here? He's like, oh, I'm here, Loner. I'm like, oh, okay. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna model clothes. I'm like, what? All right, okay, dude.
Bro,
yeah.
Loner brand.
But he fit it. You know what I'm saying? Nate
Yeah.
tatted up. You know what
He
I'm
did,
saying?
yeah.
Oh, it was perfect, bro.
Yeah,
And
Loner showed out and brought so many models too.
Yeah, bro. And that's something else that I can't be more grateful for, man. Is like when they came in, you know, they had like 15 to 20 models, and they were just like, you know, we were short a couple, and we were like, hey, can we borrow a couple of your models? And he's like, yeah, everyone's here.
Yeah, stay until the end.
Yeah, stay until the end, bro. And that was the best part, because like Loner had the most people, I kind of feel like, but you know, they stuck around all the way till the end, man. And that's the type of love that we need, bro. So, you know, I want to make sure that we highlight these new brands that come out, these artists, bro. Yaman, man, I almost teared up, bro, when I saw you on stage. Like Like
was
that
dope.
song 24 was killing it, bro.
Yo.
It was.
And I was talking to the homie from Loner. I was like, yo, I had to find the right track. I felt like just fit, you know what I'm saying, the whole vibe of your clothes. You know what I'm saying, the brand.
Yeah.
I was like, 24 is the best one.
Yeah.
So I just came out and did it, and models came out and did their thing. They
Crushed
was
it, bro.
bobbing to the song. That felt
Man, they
even
came
better. I
out and
was
sat
like,
on the
damn.
speakers, bro. I'm like, oh, that's so genius, man. It's just like covered the stage. You know what I mean? Just like
Yeah.
cover the stage with the clothes and make it look like you're there, just repping.
Yeah.
It was perfect.
And when I walked into the venue originally, speaking of the stage, when I walked into the venue, like I got there right as a few people have gotten there, so pretty early on, and I see the stage immediately as soon as I walk in. I'm like, because we weren't sure how the stage was going to be set up
Yeah.
originally. I wasn't sure if there was going to be a real long runway or we were gonna split the stage in half and let the models go down one side
Yeah.
and the other half of the artists can kind of jump back and forth. I wasn't sure that how it really was going to work because that stage isn't. It's rather small when you have a band, but 1% of the time it's enough space. But with this situation, you have models and you have artists and you have a DJ, so there's kind of a lot going on. And when I walked in, I see the drum riser that they have for Madison Theater. That actually goes to the main stage.
It was perfect, bro.
Perfect. I look at Kat. She's a GM over there. She's running things there, and I'm like, you did amazing. And I gave her a big hug. I was like, thank you so much. Like I wasn't sure what to expect. She's like, I got you. I told you. We're a team. We're a team here. I got you.
Yeah.
I got your back, Andrew. Like you bring great events. I love it. I'm gonna make sure that your event does well because it does well for me. So let's just keep this rolling. I love this idea. I'm like, because we talked about it like a month and a half earlier, planning it out, and I mean, like you never know if the plan is even gonna work. Like it's just an idea, but stage looked amazing. Like the disco ball at the top, the whole aesthetic was just like top tier. So
Is that disco ball usually not there?
it is, but I mean, usually it's not lit up like it was. It was just
Yeah.
really obvious.
Cool.
I've seen it before, but I don't know if they take it down or put it up for different things. But it was shining. The whole room
light was hitting.
Yeah. It was solid. Like Charlie got on stage. She was dancing on the runway, and she was there for the show until it was time to leave. But like, man, it was so much fun.
Yeah,
So much fun.
I had a great time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think everybody did, man. That's the main thing is like, I don't need 200 people to show up. I don't need 300-400 people to show up. I need the 100 or 150 that are there to have a great time and just go. You missed out. You missed out on this
that's what
event.
you're
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would rather have that than have a packed house of 300 and us running around like crazy trying to accommodate everybody, right? Like
I was running around like crazy, but a little bit. But I mean, that's all right. Sometimes in the event, I feel like I'm not even watching the event. I don't even know what's happening. They're calling me back and forth. They're
Right.
like, we need you here. Can you come back here?
this guy's asking for you. This guy needs this.
Yep. And calling my phone over and over and over again, and just stuff like that. And that's part of the game. That's part of how it works. But sometimes I'm just like, I wish I could just sit back and watch just for a little bit.
Yeah.
So that's why I get up and take photos and videos because I'm like, I'm doing my job right now. I am documenting it. Leave me be. And that's how I kind of
For sure.
handle it. But I mean, everyone was so happy with the event. It literally brought pure joy to me just to see everyone talking about it and not saying it to me. I'm just overhearing them talk.
Right.
And they don't know I'm listening. I'm just like standing there by the bar and everyone's like, this is amazing. Like, we should do our show here. I was hearing other artists talk about it. I'm like,
And that's the thing, bro. Like with these new clothing brands that are out and the artists that we have, like, renting that space isn't out of the realm for any of them, right? And obviously, anybody that was a part of this event, like I'll gladly stamp my name on anything that they want to do, because they helped us out for this. There was a couple clothing brands that dropped out just because it was like last minute or they didn't have enough inventory to sell the stuff.
Yeah.
But the people that did show up and showed up, during that crazy weather, like I want to make sure that we treat these people at to a high standard to make sure that we don't let these guys down. Because the clothing, bro, like after seeing everything going on down there, it's like, all right, I need to get better at what I do because these guys are really just fine tuning their craft Loner brand, they're doing their own silk screening, which is amazing. They've gotten into the puff as well.
Yeah.
Type.
Yeah, campaign. He does all the stuff by hand. So, like I picked up a shirt for my wife, bro, and she's like, "This is my favorite shirt," and I'm like, "No, like,
Oh, yeah.
I've got 170 logos I made, and this is your favorite." I'm
Right.
like, okay, all right, I need to
guess
get better.
Got to get better. Yeah.
But hey, I love it, bro, because the owner of campaign is such a humble kid, man. He's just like when I messaged him to do this, he was like, "I'm in," and then he told me, he was like, "Bro, like." I was texting you what are the details and stuff. He's like, but I committed the second that you said it, because he's like, I need to get out there and I need to experience these things, and I need to put myself in these situations where I've got to make it happen. So that's why I said right away, like, I'm in.
Yeah.
Which is like, if you have that type of mentality, bro, you're gonna kill it in life for sure.
For sure. If you're jumping at the chance, regardless of knowing even what you're walking into, you obviously know it's in your industry. You're not going to just go up to some random person's house and go to some random party. We're not talking that. If you're jumping at the opportunity to maximize your business and someone offers you something and you don't jump at the chance, do you deserve it? Maybe. But the person who's jumping at the chance, they definitely deserve it. You know what I mean? They're willing to put the time into, like, as another brand or as an investor or something. They're willing to. Someone is going to be willing to put time into you because you're willing to jump, and then ask questions later. Be like, hey, I'm gonna do this. All right. So what time do I have to be there? Where's it at? What's the date?
That's exactly what happened, bro. He's like, I'm in. He's like, okay, what are the details?
Yes, exactly.
When is it?
And that resonates beyond the event itself. That resonates to you as your character and what you're putting into your craft. And on top of that, it shows you're malleable. It shows that you're able to go into different situations, uncomfortable or not, and you're willing to put yourself out there, because this wasn't some easy task. This was a fashion show that these artists have put a lot of time and effort into their clothing, and these artists are putting a lot of time into their music, and the graffiti artist is putting a lot of time into his craft, and he's got to do it live, on stage, in the lights, in where people are performing, and he's doing something totally different. And to do this in real time and to do it flawless as they did, that is the highest level of respect I think you can get. Because anyone can cut up art and do stuff from their private home and then show the world after they've worked on it for a month. Anyone can, work on a song and cut it up in a studio, but when you come out and you freestyle, they were freestyling. Mm-hmm. They were literally freestyling during. Yeah, dude. They were freestyling there at the end. I'm watching Deuces and the other artist that was with him. Yeah. Monty C. Yeah, I was watching those two go at each other. I'm just like, this is amazing. Yeah. I did not. When I was assigning them and everything was being assigned and everything, I did not think that that's how it was going to turn out. I did not know there was going to be almost a little mini rap battle, but it was a positive one. They were bringing the brands in. They were shouting them out mid, in the middle of their rap. I'm like, you guys are just, this is the talent that needs to be seen.
100%.
This is the talent that's here and that can make it in this city, in any city. So I was very lucky that it was our event that we got to experience that, because I go to a lot, and I'm impressed with artists pretty often because a lot of guys are out there doing good stuff. I'm not that impressed that often, and I was very impressed with that event. I'm like, this is ours. Yeah, right. This is our event, right now. Okay.
Yeah, and Monty C's girl too, man. Her voice was incredible, bro. And even Kaylin she gave her a hug afterwards. It was like, oh my God, I'd listen to that all day.
Same.
Yeah.
She's sitting over in the corner, not isolated per se because the stage was filled, but she's by there just being low key, and then all of a sudden that voice comes out. I'm like, excuse me, why are you in the back? Right. Why aren't you in the front? And, I know they're correct, charismatic guys up here and doing their thing, whatever, but you are the talent, and they are just in your world, girl. For real.
Did anybody go to the hookah bar afterwards? There was an after party. I guess the hookah bar opened up. They were closed, but they opened up for
did they?
For everybody that wanted to go there afterwards.
I was there for a little while after it closed down. Me and one of the staff just kind of cleaned up a little bit, and so I was there for a little while. But
good time.
It was cool. Yeah. I didn't go to the hookah bar.
Oh, okay.
I stayed at Madison.
Oh, gotcha.
I didn't go with them.
I heard a little bit about it, but then I just ended up linking up with my homies and stuff, and we just all went out somewhere together. Just,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just all us and they, you know what I'm saying, the friends that we work with and stuff like that. So we just did that.
So with you though, you technically played some songs for the first time. There, right? Live?
What, Madison?
Yes.
Besides like earlier, like during the summer.
You played the same songs earlier this summer?
No, did I do 24?
I don't know.
Yeah, I did do 24. That was actually when I did that. I wrote, mixed and mastered that 2 days before that show, last summer.
Last summer?
Yeah.
Okay, so this was like the because last summer.
The song I was gonna do like Little Secret, and it's a song like
Yeah.
like the ladies, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But then it was just like I feel like it just had to make sense. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I was like, I'll say this for another time.
Yeah.
Like the way how his brand and how the, you know what I'm saying, how the gear is and everything, they just need the sound that's go correlate with it. You know what I'm saying? That's go match that vibe.
Match that
perfectly.
energy. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
and then that's why like I moved to the side and let them like come out so that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I'm just providing the sound. They the ones showing off the gear.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's why I like stood off to the side. I just let it happen like that.
Yeah, I think you did perfect. You were the first one up, so
Yeah.
you didn't have anyone that really set the bar for you. You were setting the bar, and that's the best part to me is like a homie as close as we are, setting the bar for everyone else coming after him. That was a pretty cool moment to me. I was pretty happy. I was like, I'm glad this worked out exactly how it did because I wasn't sure the order that we were gonna put.
Yeah.
The order wasn't determined until pretty much day of show. We switched a few things around to accommodate some of the brands because some of the people had to leave a little bit earlier, so we moved some brands around. But I think every slot was picked just where they should be, and even Quasar, like he was perfect in that spot. Just like he was like almost like an introduction to the final brand of the night to close it out. Like, I mean, because the end was, I mean, in a lot of shows, the end of the show is kind of a buzzkill because people leave and you kind of play to, half the room or a quarter of the room. In this case, the hype just grew.
Yeah.
Right.
And it just grew.
Quasar just came right out. Like you just saw him shaking up the can. Next
Yeah.
thing you know,
And everyone was mesmerized by him. They were
Yeah.
all taking pictures. And then Campaign comes out and they just put on this gigantic performance. They take this huge picture at the end. And I was like, I'm looking around. I'm like, this needs to be documented. Like this
100%,
this
bro.
needs a whole camera on the whole room, like a wide angle just to watch it all happen. That's what it needed.
I think so too. That was the only thing that I wish we would have done was have enough footage to put something out like a teaser for for fall time, because this is something that I want to do it twice a year. I think, now that we did the first one and we know the logistics of it, I really think we can double down in the fall time and really make something pop. And also, I'm 100% sure that everybody that was involved on this event is going to want to be involved in the next one, because it's only gonna build, right? Like this is something that we're
had to do the first to get the second.
yeah.
Yep.
And I'm excited, bro. Like the highlights that we were able to because Campaign, he's new in the game, right? Like he doesn't have a store yet. No, but you would never know,
You
bro.
would never know.
And
Ever
the same thing with Loner Brand, man. They're getting to the point where they deserve a store like this. You know what I mean? They're only 3 weeks behind us, bro. For real. You know what I mean? Like it's a waiting game to find the right store for them.
Some of their stuff was ahead of anything that I've seen.
Oh yeah.
Some of the stuff that Campaign did, like some of those shirts were covered by every inch with his handwriting, all the stuff that he did to him. The smiley face guy that Deuces had on that shirt, that was super cool.
Yeah.
Like that, like it was the whole. Oh man, I was very, very impressed by everything that Campaign. I didn't know. I had no idea. I had heard about the brand, but when he pulled his stuff out and I'm looking, I'm like, that dude.
Everything,
That
bro.
dude.
Even the way that he set up his booth, where he took the dirty rag that he uses to like
paint.
catch all the paint.
Yeah.
He used it as like the bottom like
Like as if it's
canopy
under a
of-
Christmas tree, almost like
yeah,
under like
just to cover the legs of
Yeah.
the rack. And it was like, bro, like I even pointed out, I'm like, these are things that make you different from everybody else, bro. And it's like that thing is so easy to toss in the bag and to bring with, but it looks so cool because it makes everything look like you just did it.
You just did it.
Yeah.
It looks like you're just. It almost looked like you were in his studio,
Right.
and his clothes were just hanging on a rack.
Yeah. And did I say that on stage that with his handwriting? I feel like I did say something about that.
You did.
I probably shouldn't have. I probably should have kept that a secret and just told him. But that's something that that's gonna play real well down the road, man. If he's shipping stuff out, and it's got the campaign hand font, like the font on the actual envelopes that they're shipping, like people are gonna end up hanging on to the envelopes. You know what I mean?
I think it's cool that you said it. I think getting that shine on the micro end of things is going to go a long way for him.
Yeah.
So even though it might be like that might be insider trade or secrets kind of thing, but like no, like he should get the shine. He's not. He's like you said. He's pretty new to this kind of situation, and that's a good launching point that people know that this is his handwriting. This isn't just something he's making up on a computer and the clothes are coming out of a different shop that he's just designing.
Right.
He's doing it.
Yeah.
It's his handwriting. It's his markings. So that I think the shine is totally cool.
I need to show him how to make his own font on Apple. I did that with Mad Scientist. It's actually super easy to do, man. You print out like 11.5 sheet of paper, and then it's got A through Z in a box, and you just write like how you want it to look, and then you scan it back into the computer, and then there's an app or like something on my computer that was able to digitize it and turn it into font. So I've got my own Mad Scientist font. So like my handwriting, I can just type on the computer and it just types it out like I'm writing.
Oh, okay.
But the only thing about that though is every square is an exact square. So like the N, the A, and then the T, and then the I will be just as big as the T. So there's going to be a lot of space on each side.
Yeah.
So you got to try to cover that square, but that's easy to do, man. Like if you're an artist, like you can really just kind of fine tune every one of those squares and make every letter in the alphabet look fire, bro. But I'm excited, man. Like and something else that I was telling you earlier is I want to make sure that everybody that was involved in this event is going to be highlighted and put on the podcast as well.
Yeah.
That's I think the least that we can do for these people, man, because it's clothing based, it's music based, it's right up our alley, right? And so if we can highlight, like Yam, if we can highlight him and play that 24 song so people can hear it and then see some video or some footage of the actual event, I think there's some legs to it too, man.
Did you get some footage? Did you get some footage from the show?
Yeah.
I recorded it.
Gotta.
I didn't show any. I didn't even re-look at it yet, actually.
Yeah, it was nice.
I sent as much as I had to you, and then I sent some to Deuces as well. So I sent what I had of him. I actually have a little bit more to send to Deuces, and you will get it, Deuces, soon. I know you asked for the one when I was on stage filming, but just been busy, and my back is killing me right now. So I've gotta take care of the physical.
Back's killing him, bro.
It's
Fucking
pain.
carrying this brand like he's doing.
Bro, no. Well, appreciate you, but I don't know. I think I'm just sleeping the wrong way or something. Maybe I pulled the garage door down too, but I never heard a pop. It's just I woke up Monday morning and I couldn't even really get out of bed. I had to makeshift my way out with a little help from my pup. She helped me, grabbed onto her and pulled myself out of the bed, and yeah, I've been in pain ever since. So hopefully I'm gonna see a chiropractor soon. I used to see one for a while for my shoulders. Got hurt in high school wrestling, so I saw one anyways. So I'm gonna go back to him. I'm gonna get that taken care of because, man, it's hard navigating when you can't really focus because you're in so much pain. But I will get those videos to you, Deuces. Don't worry, dude. I'll get that done, and we'll get all that content out there because there's a lot of good stuff. I mean, all the art, because I'm filming in the middle of the stage, so I'm getting the models are walking by. Deuces is performing, and he's going wild, man. He's just, his stage presence is top tier. So he's moving and grooving, and the models are just navigating their way as well. And I was in the middle of it just because I was able to be there. So I'm gonna get as much
it all in a moment.
Yeah. Because that's a unique perspective that I've got in that situation that no one else has.
Right.
Period.
Yeah.
It's just me navigating, and I have no restrictions. I'm on stage. I could get off the stage, on the stage as much as I want, and I made sure to get every angle that I could. I walked back behind the DJ. I tried to cover as much as possible because if the weather was going to keep people away, at least they're going to see what we had. So they're like, oh, the next time that fashion show comes back around this fall, oh, people will be there. They're not going to miss it because they're like, I can't miss that event. That's just,
I already missed it. I already missed it once.
I missed it once. I ain't going to miss it again. So, and all we want is the shine for the artists. That's all I care about is just giving these artists an opportunity to get their stuff out there and give them that chance that I may or may not have gotten. Like, I had opportunities to play music in front of a lot of people, and then there's other times that I didn't play for a bunch of people, but we played our hearts out either time, either way,
Right.
period. So I want to give them the same shine that I wanted to get. And now I get the opportunity to do so and give that shine. Let's do it. And
Oh, yeah.
that's what it's about. It's all love, man. It really is.
It's super great that you work over at Madison and have that connection where we can just bounce ideas back and forth and then kind of make it, make into fruition for sure.
Yeah. They trust me. Like, I've been around there. I'm in my 10th year now.
That's crazy.
2013 to 2023. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That is crazy. I didn't even, like, it's surreal for real, but like there's been times when I've had a bunch of shows that just didn't do great and it was really disheartening, and then you're really low because you feel like you take it personally kind of when you shouldn't. Like, you're just like,
Always.
yeah, like I'm not the one performing, I'm putting the event on, and the bands may not promote it properly or whatever, but you still take it personally. And then there's shows that just knock it out of the park, and you're like, all right, this is why I do it. Everyone's getting their shine. And then the next event is a whole other vibe. And every time I try to make them a little bit different and a little bit special.
Yeah.
Whether it's the flyers different, maybe like the artists that are performing are all from different regions, and all these fans come together, so they're different parts of the city. Every event I try to make special and unique. And I think that's really important at the end of the day because, people are throwing events all the time. It's a never-ending industry. So just to make it a little different and just set yourself apart, and not because you want to be different, but because people appreciate different that are coming for the event. So it's not just about the artist. It's about the fan. It's about the patrons that come too. They want to see something different. They see the same stuff over and over again, I'm sure. So if we can sprinkle a little bit different, spice in this.
Oh shit!
A little different sauce on
Yeah, a little different sauce.
Look at that. Got me a Coos. Got me a Costa.
Yeah.
Costa.
Yeah, bro. You're like me. I feel like you got no depth perception every time you drop that drink down.
I'm like,
Oh, you had one. You already had one. Now you got two.
He already had one. He was still doing that.
Hey, speaking
Double
of,
that up, bro. Double that up.
Hey, speaking of
Locking Greg.
oh, I was listening. I was like,
Speaking of sprinkling,
Whatever.
Spice or whatever, like the next day, that Saturday, I had woke up like around 9 or 10, and I had a beat that I've been sitting on for a minute, and I didn't really know what I wanted to do with it, and then I just kind of like just went at it. And one of the first lines in the verse, I said, "I'm like, you know who Salt Bay is? The dude with the
Yeah.
shades that like the
Yeah.
yeah.
He was there with FIFA World Cup for some reason at the end.
Like, he used
Yeah,
to
bro.
do
He
the thing
kissed
when
the
he's-
cup.
Yeah.
They barred him. He's not allowed to go to the fucking U.S. Cup anymore.
Oh dang.
Good. Go back to what you're saying. Like, he shouldn't be there.
I
Like,
first found out about him through like what's his name that do the comedy videos? He was on Vine. Man, I can't think of his name right now. But he made like a video with Salt Bay sprinkling like I think it was like some salt on like
yeah.
a steak or something like that. And then he cut it up, and then like I guess like he
Try
put it-
feeding it to his wife. He's like, nah, player.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
he
seen
was
that.
thinking like he made that face. He just made like that funny face that he always make. I can't think of his name right now, bro. He was on the Vine. He's been in a couple movies and stuff too on Netflix. He used to do videos with Daystorm and Amanda Cerny and all them. King Batch? King Batch.
Okay.
And he made a funny video about it. Like, yeah, that's how I found out about Salt Bay. So then I like wrote like a little something to it to start the verse off, and then I just kind of went from there.
Have you you should use Salt Bay's word, like band like from FIFA or something. Call him out, bro.
Right.
I would.
Tyrell, man, how'd you feel about the event, bro?
Yo. dopest night of my life. I mean, it's up there.
Center up here, good.
It's up
He's
there.
right there.
It's up there with the Adam Sandler event for sure. It was so cool, and it was nice to see that like there were so many strangers in the room, but you didn't think they were strangers. You know, they were already mingling. They were already talking to each other. Everybody was just vibing. It was just so cool.
It was
so
that
cool.
that's true too, bro. It was all a vibe, man. Everyone was there to have a good time. No one had any animosity. Like,
Right.
Drew Pops had me cracking up.
Look.
oh,
Kid
bro,
was
he's the
really great.
best, man.
Look, I gotta shout out Yam one more time, man. Like Deuces did his thing, everybody did their thing, but Yam, bro, you took the mic and just it was impressive. It was
felt like-
impressive, my brother. Like
felt like-
that
You
was
felt that way too, bro.
That was an
It felt like when you jump
experience.
off the diving board
I
in
got
the
I got a
12 feet,
free
and then
I
you
got a
just gotta
free
swim.
ticket.
That's
I got a
nice.
free ticket to see my boy Yam perform, and it was beautiful. And next time, look, I'm dropping the money in the hat because like you did your thing, bro.
I had dudes that bought the tickets, but they just couldn't
And
show
didn't
up
show
because
up.
they either had to
Didn't
go
show
to
up,
work
yeah.
or it had something to do with the weather.
Right.
Look,
They at the last minute though.
But look, you did your thing, man. No matter if it was just one person in that audience, bro, you did your thing. We gotta have our boy Greg here next time.
yeah.
You know, Daywalker
want that.
come in there, smash it, kill it. You
Smash
feel me?
himself
He be
on the
all-
stage.
We gotta do
he
it
be
for
all-
sure.
I think
he
you
be
should do
all in town,
G1.
out of town.
Oh, I think that you
performing
do.
and
G1's pretty
Yeah.
tight. I should do
G1,
that.
that would be
Yeah,
fun.
I got a hip hop project that I keep low key, but I haven't really
Hey,
promoted
hey,
it.
hey.
Uh-oh.
I do. I
No-
forgot
no
about that.
secrets.
Oh, he's got
No secrets.
Oh, it's not a
What?
secret.
I got
It's
some
not a
stuff.
secret.
Yeah, I got some stuff.
Nah, we gotta talk. We gotta talk, Greg. We gotta
Okay.
talk for sure.
But it's only you only have to play 2 songs anyway, so
Two
it's not.
songs.
It's
Right,
not-
I
two
got
songs.
I got 2 songs. I
60
got
seconds
I got more than
apiece.
2 songs. I got a
But,
whole
that,
album.
but that's all
for
you
it.
need for that. Just two of your best songs, and it's it.
Little
And move on to
sample.
the next.
We'll
Yeah.
see.
Little
We'll see.
taste of it.
We'll see.
I'm just saying.
We will see.
And Trey
feel
Garrett was Trey G was there
G,
too, bro.
yep.
And that was something like my wife even said, "Yo, Trey's got like an amazing voice," and I'm like, "This is why I love my wife, bro, because she comes in and like she sat with your parents the whole time, and she
Yeah.
was hanging out
having
with
a good
Charlie
time,
for a
yeah.
while." And
Yeah.
like, you know, I feel bad because it's like I'm trying to run around and entertain and get things done, and people are asking me questions, and like she just held tight, you know, sitting with your parents. But on the way out, she was like, "Dude, Trey is ridiculous." And I'm like, I know, like he's like when he gets on stage, he just gets in that zone, and you know, obviously I told her about Pinky, his dad on the
with the
Oh,
low
yeah,
rider.
the car.
yeah with
Lowriders.
the
The
low
hot-
riders
it
and
was like
stuff.
the boom.
The hydraulics.
Hydraulics,
the
yeah.
low riders.
So we
Yeah,
we
crazy.
actually
That was
have we've got 3 Trey G albums that they're not dropping until March 10th.
Mm-hmm.
How do we give these away to people that deserve them? Because obviously I want to, you know, I was thinking we can have them here, and then when somebody comes in that talks about local music or something, we can give it to them. But maybe
People that's in the car scene.
in the car, you know, I was
car
thinking
scene. They
maybe
go to car
like
meets and stuff like that.
maybe if you come in and tell us let's rap.
Yes, I would post it on Instagram. I'd post a picture of the album or like him holding or something. And you come and say, "Let's rap." The first 3 people to get it, or how many that we have, gets the CD.
Yeah.
Ooh. Y'all heard it here first,
Yeah.
boys.
Uh-oh.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Just an idea.
everybody.
That's
Yeah.
not bad.
Hell yeah.
I like the
I'm-
let's rap, but I think they should see it on Instagram first and have to come in.
You
Yeah.
gotta show
Yeah.
proof.
Come
You
in
gotta show
and get
proof.
it first 3 first because we've got 3 of them, right, that were
I
left
believe
over.
so. Yeah.
You
Cool.
can hit him up and see if he can send you that video of his dad popping it all the way up.
Oh, that shit was insane,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
He
was
set like
crazy.
a record or something. He's like the best
Something
to do
like
it.
that.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah.
That was like a
That was
ride at a theme park.
I-
That's
Yeah.
what it looks like.
And it's crazy too because when you got those hydraulics on the car,
That's
man,
tight,
you've
dude.
got to like
crazy.
you've got
bro.
to secure that entire bottom of the whip, right? And that's what Pinky does, I suppose. We're gonna try to give him on the podcast, but
Yeah.
he like just solidifies the whole bottom of that car because you see all the time when people are jumping the hydraulics on the whip, you know, you'll break an axle real quick, bro. You know what I mean on all
They
that weight
reinforce
that's
it.
dropping down. Yeah, and Pinky does it himself.
Yeah,
gotta-
yeah.
That's the crazy thing.
You gotta know the people to do it the right way, or you gonna mess it up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Anyone that needs hydraulics on the whip, go see Pinky.
He'll send you way high up there, man. Like his one car was like almost all
yeah,
the way,
and it just sat there for a second too.
and
like,
then went back down.
yeah.
It's like that the kid ride, the frog one that just goes up. that bounces up and whatever. That's what I think of as like something that's like. Ding.
I thought it's some straight West Coast type.
Oh, for
stuff,
sure.
you feel me,
But
when saw
I
it.
thought you put like you put that kind of a like a ride version at like a theme park. People would love that. Two people get in and just shoot you up, and then because when he's up there, one time he's literally looking at the sky.
Right.
That's insane. And oh man, and all the people that do it it's crazy because these guys are customizing these cars down to every inch of it. So it's there's so much talent out there, man, doing so many cool things, and he's got to be on the podcast because he's probably got so much knowledge that we'll just take it in.
That man's got stories. He's
Stories.
got nightmare stories, good stories,
I'm sure
fun
he's got
stories, all
every-
kind of
I
stuff.
want to hear all of them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Trey G said it can happen soon though. He said he'll reach out, so we'll
Let's
make that.
do it. Y'all didn't show me the video. I need to see the video, but let's
it's,
do it.
It's crazy.
Get him
bro.
on.
It is crazy. Yeah.
And that's something else, man. It's like, you know, that's somebody's dad. That's like a local talent here who his dad is talented as well. And that's just like Cincinnati's just full of talent, man. Whether it's music, fashion, cars, like, you know, there's a good array of talent in this city alone, bro. And,
Yep.
and we really need to highlight all of it. So I think if we can just open our doors to these outside businesses or outside people that have these dreams or ideas and just say, hey, come on in and talk about it, bro. You know what I mean? Like, this is our 155th episode, bro. That's fire.
Fire, man.
155th. So, you know, we're getting there, and it's every week. We're just putting out new content. So
Yeah, we just passed 70 in Sports Talk.
that's
We're in
crazy.
70 episodes of that. That's completely like done. That was just started with Jay Sal and everybody. We just did it, and here we
Right.
still are. 70 episodes. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
bro.
over a year. If you do a week, that's over a year and almost a half
Right.
of episodes.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's just like you put your mind to it, you execute, you get better over time, and before you know it, you've got something there that just now you got longevity.
You know what, bro? Now that you just said that, that means next week is our 3-year podcast episode. It's 156. So if we got 52, 52, 52, that's 156.
Oh wow,
Next week is our 3-year episode.
wow, that is.
And we got Fame.
We got Fame.
Fame's coming in. Yeah, he already agreed to it, solidified. So we got Fame coming on the podcast next Tuesday, which is incredible. Then we do have Del Hall from 16 Lots. He was in here today, bro. He's on day 14, just beer,
Day 14 of just drinking beer.
just drinking beer. He's lost 20 pounds.
What?
Hold on, he did what?
He's only drinking beer for 46 days.
A beer diet.
A beer diet, beer only, bro. No food. No,
Wait, no food.
no food.
No, where's he getting his
This
nutrients?
is why we got to get him on the podcast. 'Cause
What?
I was asking him earlier. I'm like, do you have energy? He's like, yeah. He's like, I've got enough energy, like where I can, you know, get work done, do whatever I need. He's like, but if I've got to walk up 3 flights of stairs, he's like, I'm winded, bro. I'm so winded and I'm tired.
Well, beer is made from plants, ain't it?
We
Like
Yeah.
hops
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
But where are you getting
Like
the
the-
rest of your nutrients?
Like
Vitamins?
bacteria. It's a positive bacteria.
that's why we need to ask him. I didn't ask him about vitamins because that's the loophole, right? 'Cause
That's
we
the
gotta
secret.
You can
He
get
said, hold
you can
on.
The
do it
recipe.
with vitamins, I suppose, but like
He said no
for
food.
No
40,
food.
46 days.
46 days.
Oh man.
So we're gonna interview him on April 18th, and I think that's right when his 46 days ends.
April 18th.
Yeah.
Okay. How's he gonna last that long? It's a long time.
This
Just
guy, he
straight
does it
beer.
every year, bro. He does it every year. Loses weight. He's been on national TV for it last
Holy
year, or the
shit.
year before.
What? Oh
Yeah.
my, that's amazing.
And so, if you guys don't know who we're talking about, Del Hall is the guy that owns 16 Lots. So they've got 16 Lots in Mason, Ohio, I think it is, and they're opening one up right next door here at Newport on the Levee. So I can't wait to see what these guys are doing. I think he said May 6th is when they're supposed to be opening up.
Okay.
Dale Hall.
Yeah, Del Hall, DELHALL.
Oh, H.
And then Amador's opening that around that same time.
Okay.
So we've
I knew
got
it was
two-
around April, so May now.
May, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was told today.
Okay. I know the dates are in flux just because I mean they're doing like not only they're putting their companies in, they're doing like the electrical work, all the inside like building, so there's a lot more going on than just setting their stuff up. The rooms are being built as is.
Oh, bro, I'm and every day, like my 11 to 5 shift, it's just drills and banging and like the whole nine. Like when Dell was in here, I was like looking around. I was like, "Is my vacuum cleaner running? Like, I need to make sure this thing's not going to run out of the room." He's like, "No, I think that's them, man. They're sanding something right now." I'm like, "All right, cool."
Man, I don't hear any of that.
Yeah, he was like, "Sorry, bro." I'm like, "Oh, this is nothing, bro, compared to like the other shit that I've been hearing the past month."
Yeah.
But
The little vacuum runs out of the store. That's so funny, little Roomba.
yeah, you know what, man? Like I don't know how to get it to not go out of this room because I've got that blocked off, or like it's not supposed to go outside like the treatable area or whatever.
Maybe we should start taking it personal. Maybe he's just like, these guys. They
Yeah.
put me under the little table here. Like,
I'm outta here.
with disrespect.
Right. So bro, I was watching Netflix last night, and there's this TV show or this movie called White Noise that's on there.
Heard about it?
It was it's a book that was wrote in 1985 about a small town in Ohio that had a train derailment that had toxic chemicals that got hit and started this airborne virus in a small town in Ohio. So 85 is when it's written. They make the movie 2 years ago, and they film it in East Palestine, Ohio,
Which is
ironically the exact same place that the train derailment happened from Norfolk.
oh man, that's wild.
And so I'm like, what kind of simulation are we living in? There's no way that this is real. So I started Googling it, and it's like, yeah, bro, like this train derailment story from 1985 became a movie 2-3 years ago when they filmed it. And they filmed it in East Palestine, Ohio. Same place where this train derailment actually happened last month and caused a chemical warfare, pretty much.
Yep.
Like, and I'm looking at my wife, and she's like, "You're not right on this." And I'm like, "Dude, I swear, like, Google this right now." She's like, "How can this be real? How can this be possible?" And I'm like, we're living in a simulation. Like, give me the silicone
100%.
pills out of my pocket because I'm ready to wake up. You know what I mean? Like, this is crazy, bro. Like, they could have chose any city in the United States. There's tens of thousands of cities. There's probably tens of thousands of cities that have Norfolk that drive right through it. You know what I mean? But the fact that it chose a small town in Ohio, and it happened to be East Palestine, and then a month ago the train derailment happens, and this is a movie in real life.
It's almost like
surreal. It's like there's that can't happen. That's not
can't happen. Yeah, but
Unless-
statistically, it's a complete anomaly. Like it's
unless now this is my theory. Unless the movie production somehow tarnished those railroad tracks. You know what I mean? Like I'm sure a lot of it is CGI. They really probably didn't take a truck and smash it into the side of a train to create this madness. But what if they did something to tarnish that track where it did bend?
That's psyched out.
You know what I mean? Like you don't know what really happened in the situation. But the fact that East Palestine is in a movie 2 years ago, and then East Palestine, it really happens in real life today. It's either the strangest coincidence on Earth, we're in a simulation, or number 3, they damaged the tracks 2 years ago, filming this thing, and now this is what happened.
But the train that just happened, how would you have, of all trains, it's that train?
The one that's carrying the toxic chemicals? Because there was another train derailment in Ohio yesterday, but it wasn't carrying toxic chemicals.
Right. But the one that did go in Palestine, that is the same type of, it was with the kind of chemicals in White Noise. Was it similar? Like,
yeah.
Okay, so
yeah, super toxic, flammable, can't like the whole nine, bro. It's a crazy movie, bro.
And it was released 2 years ago. Or it was filmed 2 years ago.
It was filmed 2 years ago. It was released less than a year ago.
Okay.
Let's see.
Maybe the producers might have been down there and then like saw how, I don't know. He might have.
It was released August 31st, 2022, bro. So literally 7-8 months ago.
Day after Charlie's birthday.
How like
Even
what,
more trippy for Drew.
dude?
Even more trippy for Drew.
I'm just saying. Shout out Charlie. No, that is. How,
It
what?
says
How
so.
is
So the synopsis:
My
college professor Jack Gladney and his family's comfortable suburban life is upended when a nearby chemical leak causes the airborne toxic event, releasing a noxious black cloud over the region that forces the Gladney family to evacuate. Literally, what happened to every single person living in East Palestine.
What?
I can't make it up, bro. I have no idea how this even happened.
You got it, bro?
Good seeing you, Greg.
Hey,
appreciate you stopping on the podcast,
Later,
brother.
bro.
But what the hell, dude? How's that even real? And how's no one talking about this?
Well, they said that the video, like when everybody found out about it, it happened like a week and a half, almost 2 weeks before.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like
So they were trying to keep it under the wraps?
When No Jumper posted it, it happened like 2 weeks before. I remember I was at work and people was talking about it.
Really?
Yeah, it did happen. There were pictures surfacing before they actually started reporting on it.
That's wild, dude.
And the way the sky looked, it looked crazy, bro. Like the whole sky was just like pitch, like damn near pitch black.
Bro, so this podcast needs to have tens of thousands of viewers, bro, because 4 months ago I was talking about Kanye West and how all they need to do is pull the sole out of the shoe, which that like Kanye is very simple with his stuff. The Yeezy supply, it just says supply on the side of the shoe. There's no Yeezy logos other than the sole, the insert of the sole. So, like, when everyone's like, oh, what's Adidas going to do? What's Adidas going to do? Like, I keep saying all they have to do is pull out the inserts, put new inserts in without the Yeezy logo, and now they can legally sell these with no contract to Yeezy. But they got so much backlash that they're in talks with Yeezy again. But now it's coming to surface that they are taking all those shoes and shipping them out to get resold.
I think I remember asking you if
so. Like,
They're just getting resold?
The inserts, exactly what I said 4 months ago on this podcast. They're doing now. So they're just taking out the insert on the inside of the shoe. This right here, bro. This is all you got to do. Pull this out, put a new one in, and then there's no Yeezy logo, and you saved yourself
pennies on the dollar.
Bro. You saved yourself $120 a shoe probably because you don't have to pay Yeezy.
Right.
You know what I mean? And now there's no Yeezy logo on it. So, you know, it's not like they're gonna burn the shoes because that's just a toxic anyways with all the foam and everything.
I don't know if
you
remember me asking you this, but we talked about it. I asked you, I was like, bro, do you think Kanye might go back if they try to offer him? Like they try to, you feel me, come back? And you said, yeah. And I was like, I don't know, bro. And then next thing you know, came back.
Yeah, bro, I'm telling you, man. Like he's smart, bro. He's smart. He's because he won in that situation. If Adidas goes, sorry, bro. Like, do you want to be a part of this again? His ego could say, no, fuck y'all.
Yeah,
like I'm not doing it. But his business mind, which the green is always going to win, right? He's always going to look for the money. So not only can he go, okay, I want to restructure the contract where I want 20% of all the shoes that are sold, and he also looks like he's the genius because without me, you guys aren't Adidas anymore. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's like, it's a slippery slope, bro. But you know, he's a smart dude. He's not a billionaire by accident, right? Like he got to the top of the food chain, and now he's at the top yelling down at people. You know what I mean? Because he's up there by himself. But you know, same thing with this podcast, bro. Like how has nobody put two and two together with this white noise and what's going on in East Palestine right now? Because when I was Googling it, I was finding quotes from people that live in the city that were extras in the movie that go, I can't watch the movie that I was in because it hits too close to home now. And it's like how is this not
scary.
National news that, hey, just FYI, the show on that, like, why isn't Netflix posting, hey, like boosting white noise back into the algorithm with everything going on?
Right. Like stuff like, why hasn't the New York Times been like, hey, this was released kind of weird, right? And all these other once one big publication says like this doesn't make sense. Why are these things that
That's when they all jump on.
everyone jumps
Yeah.
on? When a big publication posts it, and then all of a sudden everyone's in there. So you can't write this. This is like, I mean, like you said, simulation, some kind of another world we're in, or
And it'd be so much stuff going on. It's hard for people even to pay attention to put those dots together.
bro, when did they turn on the God particle?
45.
When did they turn on the? When did they turn on? When did Switzerland turn on the God? The
2022. Sure did, bro.
do you think that? I don't know. Who knows?
Something's happening, and it's happening more and more, bro. Like, I'm at the point where I think my real version is giving me hints like, bro, get out of the matrix, get out of the matrix, get out of the matrix. Like, and it's the more that you open your eyes to the situation, is like how are these things so common? Like, I know people say, oh, it's a small world. It's not a small world, dude. By any means, it's not a small world.
No.
You say that because that's the answer to how the fuck did this happen.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a small world. How did I see my best? Bro, no, this is no joke. I moved from Chicago to here. I woke up on a Saturday morning, and for some reason the windows were open, and I got the smell of the outside, just like when I was a kid living in Chicago. And so when I woke up, I was like, I've got to go see my homie Mike Robbins. Like, shout out to Mike, bro. But it was I woke up and it was like, I don't even live there anymore. And I was just like, Jesus Christ, dude. Like, that was so disheartening, because I felt like I was a 13-year-old kid again. Like, I had that smell. I was like, I got to wake up and go play ball with my dude. And I woke up and I was in a different room, and I'm like, oh shit. We went to Kings Island that day, bro. And I saw Mike Robbins.
What?
How crazy is that?
What?
From Chicago, Mike
Yeah.
Robbins.
You were at
And
Kings Island in
at
Cincinnati.
Kings Island in Cincinnati. And it's how big is Kings Island, bro? Like you couldn't, I couldn't text you and find you there, right? Let alone somebody that I didn't even know was there. So I'm standing there, and all of a sudden I see him, and I'm like, no fucking way. And he looks over, he's like, Jay, and you see him put his head down, and he starts jogging over, and I'm like, this isn't even real, dude. How is this happening right now?
What?
And he was like, yeah, our friend Tanya, her family was going down to Kings Island, like, for a family trip, and so they brought him with.
No.
And I was just like, holy cow, dude, like, I had a dream this morning about you, dude, and now you're standing
Standing right
here
in front of
in
me.
Ohio, 45 minutes from my house.
What?
Yeah.
That's
Simulation, dude. It's
simulation. Yeah. Oh, that's you can't.
like it's not a small world.
No, it is not a small world. This kind of reminds me of we went to Disney World about this time last year, and my little brother Landon had a friend that had been trying to meet up with the whole trip, and we could never seem to meet up with him.
Grab me that ice.
Yes, sir.
Iceler with the ice.
So we were trying to meet up with Landon's friend through the entire course of the trip, and we could never make it happen. No big deal. Like, we were going to move on from it. And on the very last night of being there, we went to ride the Star Wars ride. So the line that we had to stand in the Star Wars line was super long. It's the most popular ride there. So we're like waiting. Me, my brother, and my cousin. She was showing us. She's this Disney whiz. She knows everything about the parks and everything. She was kind of being our tour guide. So we're waiting in line on the Star Wars ride, and it was the right. They like
Is that the one where you sit there and it's like you're in the
this thing
fighter?
moves. No,
Oh, okay.
this thing moves throughout the course of the entire. Like, you're going against the
It's like
the
a real
rebel.
roller
Yeah,
coaster.
they treat you like the actors and everything treat you like crap, bro. They treat you like you're part of the thing. Like, it's interesting. Yeah,
Did they make fun of Tom Brady? Did you see that?
it might have
Didn't Tom Brady go up and say something to them, and they like clap back at him?
Yeah, they would. Yeah, they clap back at everything. Anything you say to them, they say something like, know your place, like peasant, essentially. Like, what are you standing out of line for? All this cool stuff. So we're waiting in line, and it took us like an hour. It took us like an hour and a half to get through this ride, right? So at the very end, we get to the point where you kind of go onto like, I guess the Death Star or whatever, where there you start to get on the ride basically, but you're in like this waiting room, and they let in a group of people that have like anyone with like wheelchairs or disabilities. They let them on into the room with you at a different. They don't have to wait in line like you
Right.
do.
Oh, it's so smart.
Bro, so they open this door, and the whole time we had been trying to hang with Landon's friend because we knew he was somewhere in Disney World. It's crazy big, and there's multiple parks. He could have been anywhere that day. And he walks in, and these other people that he's with walk in, and this other lady with the wheelchair, and Landon's like, he's like, hey, and he's like, I was Landon, and I'm like, what is happening right now? How did you find us? Because they were like on the fast pass, and we had to wait in line, so we were not teaming. There was no plan of anything. Once we got off the ride, the park is closed, so we had to leave.
Oh wow.
It was the end of the whole trip, and he walks out, and I look at my cousin Heather. I'm like, are we in a simulation right now? Like, you good?
Yeah. I'm just turning off this mic here.
Heard. Yeah. So I'm like, I look at cousin Heather like, what is happening? Is he really here right now? Because like we did not. Landon had stopped talking to him the day before. He gave up because it was the last day, and we didn't think it was going to happen.
Oh wow.
Yeah, straight up, he wasn't even talking to him, and he walks out, and I literally said, I was like, this is like 1/100000th of a chance that this could happen, that he would have walked in and been on the same ride. So we rode with him. It was a whole thing. It just became.
It's crazy, bro.
Dude.
there's no way that
world's
that
small.
those
Yeah.
chances are gonna happen
Yes.
unless like God or whoever is up there is like just pointing and saying, okay,
This needs to happen.
Yeah.
For something in the future to happen, this has to happen right now.
Yeah, 100%, bro.
Because
And
now they're hanging out all the time. Him and his friend that they ran into, like, I guess something, they became even closer, and now they're hanging out. I saw them the other day. They're still hanging out. But
Dope.
for that circumstance with you and your friend,
Yeah.
Landon and I mean Kings Island's big. This is Walt Disney World.
Right,
Like,
right.
And we waited in line for like an hour and a half, and then we get in the spot, and there's all the
door opens up and the homie just walks in.
in, and like they're like, Landon, and he's like, what's up? And they're high school, like they're just excited to see each other. I'm looking, I'm like, statistically this is crazy, Landon.
Yeah.
Like, what's happening right now? I'm in my
Yeah.
own like world, like my mind's off the ride at this point. I'm like, how did this even happen? Look at Heather. I'm like,
He's
what?
like, he's on the ride. It's like, it's going 60 miles an hour. He's like, heads bouncing back and forth, and he's just going, how the fuck did that happen?
Right, I'm thinking the whole time, I can't wait to go back to Northern Kentucky and tell Jay.
Yeah.
Like this has happened. It was crazy. I had never seen anything like it. And it sounds just like your story. It's on a
Bro, that's so
crazy scale.
it might have been like 10 years ago. Like me, my mom, my sister, and my sister's kids, we all went to Kings Island, and my mom's leg was hurting at the time, so we got her a wheelchair. Bro, best idea
Yes.
on the planet. If
Yep.
you're in Kings Island, if somebody can just hunker down on the wheelchair, you'll get to ride every ride.
You sure will.
It is so dope, bro.
Yep.
Like, it's like, doesn't matter how long the line is, there's a separate line for people with wheelchairs.
Yep.
So we got
Same
to
at
the
Disney.
front of every line,
Yep.
and we didn't have to wait for but I
Fast
don't
pass.
really like roller coasters, bro. Like, I've got, my future's too bright. I can't be gambling my life with some
I don't like roller coasters.
bro.
I really don't.
Especially the ones that are like carnies and stuff like that. They just come and pop it up in like a small town in Indiana.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Because like those things, like you got to break them, like, you know, take them apart, put them back together, take them apart, put them back together, and even doing like small pop-up shops, bro. Like when you take something apart, put it back together, take it apart, it doesn't. It's not
never the same.
It's not new, bro.
And once you're 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 times,
Where did
taking
that
it
bolt
apart.
go?
Exactly.
Where did that
Somebody
bolt go?
go.
Right.
It's like, okay, let's
Move
it's
on
a-
from that, Steve.
it's
We gotta
only
get this done.
It's only one missing
It'll
bolt.
be
It'd be
fine.
cool.
Yeah,
Uh-huh,
and then
the
in
next
five
thing you
five
know.
down, they're like, no, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, you're on the
Did you
news.
see? Did you see the that one roller coaster that that goes like this and then it'll catch up top? So it started doing this, and the whole thing started leaning backwards.
Oh wow.
And so like everybody that was seeing this just went over there and started like holding on to the front of the ride, so the whole thing wouldn't tip backwards as it was going up, dude. This was only like a month ago.
Oh,
But it's like, man,
wow.
like these roller coasters, bro, like they just
That's why I stick to the water park.
Yeah, bro.
I like a water park. Yeah.
Like a good
I'm
old water park.
for
Wave
me,
pool.
when I'm there, most of the time I'll get on the roller coaster. I mean, like I said, Landon. He's 17. He wants to be on the roller coaster, and he always wants me to ride with him. We're like, we're BFFs. We hang out, so he wants to be on the roller coaster, and I'm down for it. But if it's up to me, I'm more of the kind of guy like let's just let's get a drink and let's just walk around thing and maybe get on one of those like at Kings Island. I like just the cars that just drive around. You can like the slow ones, whatever, like just to see the sights and everything. Like I like those kind of rides and just big chill. I'm a big chill at parks.
I think that just says that everybody in this room is getting old. I got to go to Kings Island for the first time as a teenager, and it's like I used to dream about it. I would wait. I was like, oh my God, one of these days I'm gonna get to go to Kings Island finally. And now I'm 26. I'll be 27 in a couple days. I'm like, I don't think I really want to go back. Like, it was fun. Don't get me wrong. I've never paid to go to Kings Island. I've always gotten to go for a certain reason or whatever. It was fun. It was great. But I'm like, man, in a couple years I'm gonna be 30. Like, I'm not trying to break my back. Like,
on the beast. Like,
like I want.
What about Drop Zone? How do you feel about Drop Zone? I like Drop Zone. That is one ride I do like.
One where go up and then
just straight out. Yeah, that's probably my favorite ride.
I ain't getting on that no more either.
So like Yam said,
I Diamondback. I ain't getting on that no more either.
I didn't.
I don't know if it.
They might have got rid of that. I don't know. I don't know.
Kings Island in a minute.
They keep changing stuff.
They change it a lot.
But I went to this place and my mom took me on this trip to Clarksville, Tennessee. I'm pretty sure that's where we were, the military base. We were there for a week, and they had like a little carnival little thing there. So like they had something similar to Drop Zone, but it was the first time I had ever done something like that in my life. Like I said, I'd never been to a roller coaster, so I did that before I went to Kings Island. It was like years before, and I was there with this girl. She was the mom's girlfriend's brother's sister's friend or something like that. It was a whole complicated thing. Yeah,
I think I know her.
Yeah. But I was with her. It was the first time I met her. We hung out. It was a good time. I told her I was gonna hold her hand, and this was gonna be my moment. Like before we went down. And I almost broke this girl's hand. I'm not even joking. Like,
you were scared.
I was terrified. We went down, bro. I couldn't feel my chest. No, I told her. I was
She's
like,
holding your hand.
We're at the top. I was like, just hold my hand. It's the first time. It's the first time for me. She's from Alaska, so her life has been very different than mine. So I was like, all right. We went down the first time. And then we went down again, and I was just freaking out the whole time. I was just like, all right, we gotta get off of this thing. And I've never done that again. When I went to Kings Island for the first time, the Beast was the very first roller coaster that I got on, and it was fun. I had fun. I freaked out when I first got on it, and then I got on it again, and I enjoyed it, and I got on some of the smaller. But I saw that like that thing that was like it looked like a what is it, like a pirate ship or something like that. I was not getting on that.
And it go like this?
Yeah. I was like, nah, bro. They talked about some kid losing his legs or something a couple years ago. I was like, nah, not doing it. Not doing it. It was just crazy stuff. Yeah.
That's about the only ride I will do these days. I'm more of an NBA Jam guy.
Yeah, like
I'll go to Kings Island and just go to that one little arcade, like all the way out in the distance.
They got that little small hoop in the basket.
Yeah,
feet tall or something.
Yeah, bro. So check this out, man. My sister used to work at this place called Santa's Village in Chicago. Those rims are oval. They're not circular. They're oval, so they're wide but short.
That's genius.
So whenever, Kings Island has like you're basically shooting a 3-pointer, right, at a 10-foot goal to hit it, and then those other places have like 4 goals that are only probably like 5 feet away, maybe 6 feet away, and whenever you ask the carny like, hey, hit a shot, he'll shoot from an angle. So he'll be at the first basketball goal and he'll shoot at the fourth and it'll drop in because he's shooting at an angle. So this thing is long, right? So it's easy to hit. But for us that are shooting straight on, and they tell you you've got to, if you're standing here, you've got to aim at this basket. And that's the thing is like it's so easy for a thing to hit the back of the rim and pop out unless you got an arc on it or you're hitting the backboard.
It's got to be perfect.
It's got to be perfect.
Or you're a G. You know how to play basketball.
Perfect.
You're doing it. There's that guy out there. There's that little kid that's just hitting it every time.
But 9 out of 10 people are not that G.
No. I'm just saying like there's that one kid that's probably just better at everybody else. But I'm just I'm not a good basketball
Also,
player. So I'm not that guy.
where you throw darts at balloons, you know, like they've got a whole wall of balloons, and you pop it and you win the prize behind it. The corner ones are always bad, but the ones next to the corner, so not the corner but the one above it or the corner to the right of it, those are always the money shots. So those are the ones that have the better prizes because those are the least ones to get hit.
Okay.
That's G. I would imagine everybody want to aim for the ones in the middle.
That's what a lot of people.
Yeah,
That's what
it's
everyone
straight,
does.
Straight shot. So like you're not thinking
They
about
think of the
those.
psychology on it.
You're not thinking about those on the side. You're just focused on the middle. Okay, I see these 5 here. If I hit all 5 of these, you know, I'm gonna get the little teddy bear over there. Boom.
Right.
Well, that's
Magic.
what you're talking about with the oval hoop. 'Cause
Yeah.
You thinking you want to shoot straight forward like it's a free throw or something.
Yeah.
But
You
then
gotta.
like,
There's
curve
mechanics.
to the
There's
side.
mechanics to everything. They test these things out. They know
Oh,
what to
bro.
do,
The
what
hardest
not
game
to
is
do.
the ring one.
Oh, I hate
the
that.
The little ring
throw
one.
the, throw the ring on the
Yeah.
little glass bottle thing.
Those are like the hardest ones.
I've
It's gotta
done
be
it.
tricky.
I've done it a few times.
I've
It's
got
cool.
a funny story about that, man. My cousin Sammy, the guy that I'm trying to get on the podcast as a sports.
Yeah, we just got to figure out the logistics with it. But
Yeah,
we can
bro.
have
So
FaceTime or something.
So they, him and his parents are my godparents. So Uncle Carl and Auntie Angie. So those 3 that came in, and we went to Kings Island, and the last game of the night was the ring toss, and Sammy landed one of the rings and won the big prize, right? And my Auntie Angie is a huge like frog lover. Like when you go to the house, like she's got like little ceramic frogs in the kitchen and shit like that. So he was like, I want the big frog, like big frog, bro, like big frog. And my Uncle Carl's like, how are you gonna get that home? Like, he could have got a jukebox, like a miniature jukebox that was like this big. And Sammy's like, no, I want to get the frog for Mom. And so he got the frog, and then they they flew back home, and they're waiting for their luggage, right, on the turnbelt.
Oh.
No luggage is coming out at all. And all of a sudden you see this frog. The frog like clogged the thing. So all of a sudden you see this frog just get pushed through and it falls forward, and then all the bags start coming up behind it. My Uncle Carl goes, "You are not touching that frog. That is not ours."
I would have been
Like-
crying, laughing.
Yeah,
oh
bro.
my god!
Like my uncle was so embarrassed that everyone was waiting for their luggage, and it was like all like held up because of this big ass frog that he was like, "You're not bringing that home with us.
It's
That-
not ours. We
that
don't know
thing's
that
just
frog.
we don't know that frog."
Staying at the airport.
How funny that.
I
Some
bet
little
you-
kid got happy. That
Bro,
was
I bet
they
you
made their
that
day.
frog is still there, or someone at the airport took it home.
Somebody took it. No, a little kid saw it, took it home.
You said it was like somebody kicked it out.
right.
Yeah, bro. I wasn't there for it, but like I heard the story, and Sammy's like, "Nah, bro, I didn't get to bring it home. Like this thing was
Oh my
stuck in the
gosh.
little, where all the little things are hanging down, and all of a sudden, boom! Like fucking frog just breaks through this big ass square, falls on its face.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah,
I'm sure
bro.
everybody was just pissed. Like, what's going on?
They
Why
wanted
are
to
all
see
these?
who
Everyone's
was
ready to
gonna
get
grab the
home,
frog.
bro. And that's why,
Yeah.
like, my Uncle Carl's an old Italian dude, so he's like, nope, like you ain't touching that thing. That
that's
ain't
not
ours
a-
anymore.
That is not a frog. The strong accent is not a frog.
This frog is not us. We claim him not.
We no claim the frog. No.
The frog is. Leave that on the
It's
belt.
going. It's going to sit
It's
there.
going to some young lad.
He pushes his hair back. It sits there. And then we go.
Yeah, bro. That's my mom's brother too, man. So he's like super Italian. He's got that pepper hair, the black and silver hair.
Yeah.
Slick.
Yeah, bro.
Slick.
That's funny.
Yeah,
But
Good
Hilarious.
story. Man.
that's cool that he tried to get the frog for his mom though. You know.
I mean, yeah,
That's it,
yeah. It
She
sucks.
just never got the frog.
You gonna have to hit up Amazon. Like, hey, I need a big frog.
Yeah.
That's
I mean,
hilarious.
You'd
I
have
was
to.
thinking it was a stuffed animal frog.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
thinking
Yeah.
it was like a glass frog.
See-
No,
when
it
he
was
said
a
he kicked
big
it out,
ass,
I'm
like
like,
the ones that
Yeah.
hang from the ceiling that are like
Yeah.
that. They're like, you can win this one if you trade in 7 of these.
I
like-
thought about that
How did
too.
he win?
I was
So
like, was
the
it in a
ring
case?
toss, you got if you land on a certain color, then you win the bigger prize, right? Because like the outside is like all red bottles and the inside are blue bottles, but the ones that are inside are higher up. You know what I mean? Something
Yeah.
like that, where it's easier to hit the outside edge than it is
Sure.
the inside edge.
You got to be really
One of
precise.
those, yeah.
How many
or-
times did he try? I wonder.
Not much. No,
No?
it wasn't like he was trying to win that frog. We were just
You're just playing the game.
$5. You get 15 rings or whatever, and he nailed it on one of them.
That's
Nice.
crazy.
Yeah, bro.
I don't think I could ever be
Those are hard
successful
games.
at those games.
They're made for you to lose.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, bro. They like they make sure like there's science behind every one of those. It says, okay, what's the probability of somebody winning?
They know.
7%, got to bring it down to 5.
That's why
They know.
whenever if you're on a date or if you're doing it for your kids, if you actually win that prize, you just feel like a gladiator. You
Right.
Oh, bro.
Right, you're the G.
Especially
You won.
especially in a sports game, if it's basketball or if it's like knocking all the bottles off of the thing,
Oh,
or like if it's one of those where it's like it takes like athleticism to win this prize. You know what I mean? You know what game I love is that little you just roll the bowling ball over the hill and then it's got to get stuck in the hill instead of like coming back over.
You have to get it just right at the point of the tip.
So you push the bowling
let it
ball
drop
and
in.
it'll go up and it'll go down this little thing, and if it comes back over, you lose. But if it gets stuck in this little spin thing here, then you win. And it's only like a quarter to play, bro. Like
I thought you were talking about.
I'd be playing that.
Roll it and it's got a
No,
green
that's
little hole.
ski ball.
Oh, that's what
Yeah,
I thought you. Were
that one's dope. I know. I like playing that one.
I know some of the kids.
They probably
masters at it.
probably good. Yeah. You just do it so much, and it sticks. I don't know. I think of Deadpool because that's what they played in the balls and holes. Yeah. That's literally what they said. It's funny. So, but anyway. But no, I always wanted to try to find the one game, like any carnival, any festival, or whatever, that I was just really good at. So then every time I go, like that would be the only game I would play.
yeah, bro.
You know, so
get good at one, and then you're
yeah,
good.
I'm set. Anybody need a prize? Come over here with me. I got you.
And you got to act like, oh, what's this game here?
right.
Right.
Oh,
what's this?
This game.
Never seen this?
Okay, I ain't never seen this
Yeah.
before.
Like-
Then you
like-
just bust out the glove.
And like
I
in Grandma's Boy when he's playing the dance, he's like, "Did I break it?
Did I break it? Top score, what does that mean? Did I break it?
Oh, I did too much. Oh, my bad.
Right, I don't know what I was doing. I just
That
stumbled
is
upon it.
that is one of the best movies, bro, that no
Yeah.
one knows about.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever seen Grandma's Boy?
I feel like I've
Oh.
heard people talk about it, but
Go
I've
home
never,
and watch it
I've never
tonight,
seen
Oh,
it.
it's
dude.
worth a watch. Worth a couple watches, bro. It's
It's like most of the
Genius.
guys from like the Happy Madison Productions and stuff, but yeah, it's a great movie, dude. It's phenomenal.
no Happy Gil, no Adam Sandler.
No
Adam-
no Adam Sandler.
You don't even. I'm glad he wasn't in it because he would have stole a lot of the limelight.
Yeah,
Like the
yeah.
fact that it was just his guys. It kept it kind of low key, but it was.
the
Dude, you're naked.
yeah.
Oh, I am naked. Come on in.
Yeah, the guy that
Your ass is tanner than my face.
the guy that
What?
was with the leather, his hair slicked back. What is his name?
What was that?
The genius guy, the guy that created like all the
Oh
games.
yeah.
Yeah, he played his character so perfect.
Oh, dude,
He is.
he's like hiding against the wall. He's like, you're a fucking weirdo. He's
Yeah.
like, how can they see me?
Honestly, I feel like in certain
Yep.
situations, not all, because acting is acting. I feel like they really, especially back in the day, I feel like they really just be finding people off the street, like, "Hey, man, we'll pay you $200 to just do this weird stuff."
You fit this
and
role.
then they're not in the rest of the movie. They
Well,
just
he
they just
is,
do that
but
one
yeah.
part. But I'm just saying, like, I
Yeah.
feel like that would be so easy. Like, hey,
Drive,
man.
monkey, drive.
Hey
Monkey,
man,
drive.
go do this weird stuff, man. We'll pay you this money.
right.
Just,
Be that weirdo.
bro, like that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Man, hey,
I think
give me some money, bro. We could
Nick
do a movie.
Nick Swardson, he's the best in that.
Oh, dude, he's
And
the
he-
best in
his,
everything.
His race car bed,
I had that, bro.
the
I had
race
that
car
growing
bed.
up.
Yeah.
That was my bed growing up.
Oh, nice.
I had a white Corvette bed to match my dad's Corvette.
I
Yeah.
wanted a race car bed so bad. My dad got me into the whole car thing, and I just, man, that would have been my dream. That would have been my dream. Like anything else, they eventually they start buying me a bunch of Spider-Man stuff. Like I guess they thought that Spider-Man's a guy, whatever. But like, I wanted the race car bed. I wanted the posters of Lightning McQueen and stuff on the wall. Like I wanted all car themed, and it just never happened for me. Like I would do that for my son. If I have a son, cars. That's all you're gonna know. You're gonna know cars. You're gonna know models and names and everything. You're gonna know more than me. I don't care. But
Yeah.
I wanted that room. I'm
Have
sorry.
y'all ever seen the movie The Cookout? Have you ever seen that movie?
I know about the movie. I feel like I might have
It
seen.
had Queen Latifah in it. She was like a
bits and
security
pieces or
guard.
something.
It was about this dude that was about to go to the NBA.
Yeah. The black dude and
he
he
had
was
the
trying to
braids.
impress this girl, and then she ended up being a gold digger, so he got with the other girl. Yeah,
Like,
no, I know what you're talking about. That was dope.
He had before they they moved. I think they moved in this big house, whatever, because he signed a contract, and then they had the race car bed. So then he slept in a race car bed for the night, and his feet hanging all off the bed.
He was long. He was long, bro. It was funny. I remember.
Girl was in the bed sitting here like, what in the world is going on?
Nah,
like,
bro. She was a real one, because I'd have been.
You know
if the tables would turn, I'm out.
That was she was in Roll Bounce.
Nunu? Girl that
No,
played
that's
Nunu?
ATL.
Nah.
She was in Roll Bounce. Megan Good.
Megan Good, yeah.
Yeah, it was Megan Good. She was in that movie.
Bro,
she was playing like the gold digger chick.
it's hard for me to watch any Queen Latifah movies, man. Like I'm a fan of like the old like Set It Off and all that stuff, but like I don't know, man. The way Queen Latifah just like always has like this big dick energy on camera kind of just turns me off, man. It's you know what I mean? Like
she takes over the room.
She definitely
she's got
that.
big dick energy, bro.
I think that's why they had to play that security guard in the movie too.
Oh, bro, they had her playing like a butch lesbian and Set It Off.
Yeah.
Like
she was
but
crazy.
And she was in Taxi. That was a good movie.
Taxi
was
was
funny as
fire. Oh my gosh.
It had that one dude that was a comedian.
Oh yeah, Jimmy Fallon.
Jimmy Fallon, yeah.
Yeah.
He's got his own TV show, yeah. But that was the first time I've ever seen Jimmy Fallon do anything. I had seen Queen Latifah do a bunch of stuff, but when I saw that, and then I fast forward to now, I've watched the show a million times. I was like, that was Jimmy Fallon. Wow.
Yeah, Jimmy's fire, bro.
Jimmy's hilarious, bro.
He's definitely one of the best night show hosts, man.
Oh,
yeah, pioneer.
Jimmy
Show.
Kimmel, like
Kimmel died.
He died, bro.
Like
Thank you.
He was up there. He was not really died, but
he's
as
alive.
far as his show was sweet, bro. It was,
he got taken over by like the Illuminati or something, bro. He's in there, like he's I don't know, man. I don't know if he's trying to take over like that Jay Leno, like
Jay Leno was a G, and now Jimmy Fallon has that spot. But you know what's so crazy? It's crazy that you mentioned, what you're saying, and now we're on this topic. They were actually just talking about, like, over social media and stuff like that, about all these people that are actually leaving late night television. Like who's the British guy who always does the car karaoke? What's his name? Gordon, something like that. The white. He has everybody. He has everybody.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Corden.
Yeah.
James Corden.
So apparently he's leaving, and then Conan retired, and then I think there's like another person. So they're thinking that Jimmy Fallon is next, that he's gonna be the one that's gonna leave. Like he has the Tonight Show. He is the Tonight Show host. So they think he's gonna be next.
They probably just
and
venture into
it's so interesting because it was literally like a domino effect. It was like all these guys were leaving and stuff like that. Jimmy Fallon's been on so long, so it's like I couldn't imagine him not doing his show.
I don't think that would happen because he's obviously he has to have something down the pipe, right? Like something bigger.
Yeah.
What's bigger than the Tonight Show?
I don't know. I mean, Jay Leno did his thing. I mean, he's got his cars and he's fine. He's well fine.
Crazy.
But it's just weird because all of these other guys. I mean, besides him, all these other guys are much younger than what Jay Leno was. So like, if they leave, obviously they're doing something else. So like, I mean, I would never want to see. I want to see Fallon go until he goes, like, legit. He's that guy, you know.
I mean, he hasn't done movies in a while, so maybe
he'll get back into it.
I'm not sure what the Tonight Show contract is, but would you give up that seat to be in a movie? Like, you know what I mean? Like that.
I mean, I would do both. He has other shows. He
can definitely do both. But if you're saying that he's going to be the next to go, like
that would be interesting. I don't know. It was something I actually saw this morning, and it'd be this person, and they would just talk about all these different events that happen in life and stuff like that. And she had mentioned that, like, is Jimmy Fallon less? Is the other guys that are because Jimmy Fallon is the only one that's at the top. Everybody else's show, they were cool. I mean, Conan even fell off. Conan was a good show too. but he's at the top.
I liked
of the,
Conan a lot.
At the,
I
at the
loved-
show.
I loved
Yeah,
Conan.
Conan was really funny.
It's definitely the Tonight Show and then the rest.
Yeah,
right
yeah,
there.
everybody
like,
else.
Everyone's fighting for second
Yeah,
when he's
yeah,
sitting
yeah.
at
Seth,
first.
I mean, Seth Meyers' show's cool. You know, he did SNL and stuff like that. I think his started to get more corny.
Is that
So I
like
felt-
1 o'clock in the morning though? Like
yeah, that one's really late. It's
Yeah.
really because there's the late show, and then because we used to watch it in sequence. When me and my dad would watch it, would be SNL, you know, on Saturdays and stuff like that. We would watch certain shows that would lead up to the Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon, and then it would be like Last Call with someone I can't remember, and then Seth Meyers' show.
Last Call with Carson Daly.
Carson Daly, yeah, and then Seth Meyers' show would come on after that. So his was late, 2 in the morning. After that, then we would go to sleep. That was our schedule. So it was just, it's like if you're not, like I said, if you're not the Tonight Show, it's just not really that relevant. You just have a show on television. You know, some people watch it, some people don't.
You're just a guy.
Yeah, you're just a guy. I have nothing against anybody else's show. I've only watched, you know, a handful of episodes of other stuff. I miss Conan. Conan was cool. But other than that, like
Conan wrote a lot of the Saturday Night Live stuff in
I
the
believe it.
90s.
I believe it.
You know,
He
back
was-
when Saturday Night Live was good, bro. Like, you watch it now, and it's almost cringy, man.
It's
I tried
corny.
watching it on Saturday, and I think I tried watching it a Saturday or two before that.
Oh, the lights just
And so on all of the actors have to, like, a part of their like stint to be a part of Saturday Night Live is you have to write skits.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I don't know if they don't have like people writing the skits anymore, if it's on like the people to do it, but a lot of those skits are terrible.
I think
man.
it's to the point where it's like the creativity is kind of gone. Because I mean, like we had talked about when Dave Chappelle did it. That was the best. That was the best freaking episode of Saturday Night Live you've seen
it's
in
Dave
years. And then
Chappelle, man.
and Eddie Murphy, you know, he came back and he hosted. So those two, next to maybe the Billie Eilish episode that she did recently, those are probably the 3 best episodes that they've had. And the music sometimes is even better than the show. Kendrick Lamar performed, and with Sia performed, and various people that have come back, you know, and performed.
Yeah.
That's probably the best part of the show. I want to see the performance.
Maybe
I still watch it just
Ashley
because
Simpson. You remember when she got busted lip syncing?
I
She
I
just started
do.
dancing around the stage and
Yeah.
shit. Like,
I just like to
I
watch
do.
it just because like I have grown up watching it, so I feel like I would always watch it unless they stop showing it. But it's just like I'm definitely right there where Jay is. It's corny now. It's dead. Like I said, like Tonight Show is literally the last show that like in that era of like comedy, sketch comedy, various different things. He has the last thing.
yeah.
No one else is doing it. I mean, Jimmy Fallon is he's that guy.
They're,
Seriously.
they're not doing it right.
They're not doing it right.
That's the
Maybe it's just
problem.
moving
It's all
in
it's all
waves.
yeah.
The show was dope.
The
for a
problem
long
is
time.
those Tonight shows or any of those like hosted shows.
Yeah.
They always lean one way or the other. It's always fuck Trump or fuck Biden. It's
Yeah.
never like a common ground. Like, hey, we're all in this together. It's
We're just
always
chilling,
it's
living
always
life.
baitable. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
always like they're baiting you to like clickbait almost. You know what I
Right.
mean?
This is going to appeal to all these people. The rest of them are going to hate it. But next episode, the rest of the people are going to love it. So
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like, didn't like all the guys from the Lonely Island, they were writers for the SNL.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, those guys. They haven't dropped anything in a long time.
I don't know what. The
Well,
Lonely
he's
Island is.
so Adam Sandberg is on that show, that cop show, fucking Blue 20, I don't know something.
Oh, yeah.
But it's
yeah.
like a comedy show or whatever.
Oh,
Is
is it the one with Terry Crews in it?
yeah, Terry Crews.
I know
Yeah.
what you're talking about. Yeah,
Yep.
I don't watch it. Yeah,
I feel like
It's funny as shit.
yeah, it
Funny
is
as shit, bro.
Yeah.
I feel like at this point in Terry's career, he needs to just have his own thing, like how like Steve Harvey has 3-4 different shows that he does. I think he needs to have his own show.
Steve Harvey came from Chicago, bro. Anyone that comes from Chicago,
Oh, yeah, successful.
any black entrepreneur from Chicago is murdering it, bro.
Successful. That man. I'm
Oprah.
waiting for him to come out with
Oprah.
show number 4.
Oprah,
Like he did the little
Kanye,
bitch shots. He did.
Barack, bro. Like Chicago's like got just
That's our boy.
yeah, bro. They just have bangers, man. Like I don't know what it is about Chicago, but maybe it's just like one of those cities that it's hard to survive in, but it's not as it's not as like
you made it out.
muddled as New York is. How like there's so
yeah.
many people trying to make it in New York.
It's just too many. It's too many.
Bro, I was thinking about this the other day. Do you think LA has gone to shit, but not because of the government, but because of TikTok? Now hear me out on this.
Okay.
Everybody moves to LA to become somebody. They
Get
all
that-
want to be an actor
get
or
that
an
big break.
actress They want the big break. They want that limelight, right? And 5 years ago, it was New York or L.A., right? Like if you want to be a model, you gotta go to New York. If you want to be an actor, you got to move to L.A. Now that TikTok is here, now that there's so many like Instagram models and
you can be famous anywhere,
and influencers, that you can literally live in Tennessee and get the same income as somebody that's struggling in LA. And so now that LA is not the hot spot, right? Because
it's expensive to live out there.
It's expensive to live out there. It's shitty to live out there.
A lot of the content creators that was doing the TikTok, they was what they would do? They would get a crib, like a big house.
They
all
do
together.
There's rich people that own those houses. So basically, like it's
they're
like
just living in
it's
it,
a rich lady. Like I watch a documentary on it. It's wild, bro. Like rich lady has a house and it's basically there's no furniture in it. It's just a nice house, 6 bedrooms or something. And so she's like, all right, I'm gonna get 6 influencers in here. I'll pay the bills, but I get half of everything that you guys make. And they're like, fuck yeah, I can live with 5 people and I'm not paying for anything. And you're, so they're down for it. You know what I mean? But like when you look at these videos, it'll be a mansion, but there won't be any furniture, bro.
No furniture.
There's no furniture.
Couches,
like the fucking, they're eating on paper plates and shit.
That blows my mind.
But that's like being 20, 25 years old. Like you don't even give a shit, bro. You're living in a mansion in LA.
And they always
doesn't
traveling
matter.
around anyway, so they kind of
exactly.
Figure,
they're never there. They're never there.
And they're teaming up. So you've got this guy that's really good at like throwing darts or doing like magic tricks and shit, and then you got this female over here who knows how to do this real well, and then you put them together. Now you've got this guy's Instagram and this girl's Instagram that now we're sharing friends, and now we're gaining more followers that way.
Exactly.
It's super smart, bro. But it's one of those things where like we're saying, you don't need to move to LA to do it anymore. Like you can live in Florence, Kentucky, and you can literally if you're good at social media or whatever, like you're able to make enough where you can suffice living here instead of going to LA to struggle. So the people that went to LA to struggle, they moved out there. Now they've got a year lease. They're trying to make it when they could have done the same thing here. Now that TikTok is around and all this shit. So like, I don't think it's the main reason why LA has gone to shit, but I definitely think it's a catalyst. I think the government, the overflooding of homeless that are out there. Yep. But then again, like those homeless people, like they did they move to LA to be homeless just because it's got 70-degree weather every day?
They're in
or
LA.
did they go out there for a dream and the dream failed and now they have nowhere to go?
I feel like it's that one.
Me too.
I would say it's a little bit of both. It's probably more of the dream failed. And I was just gonna piggyback on the TikTok thing. TikTok exposed how much you don't need to live in LA to be famous. Yeah. Like I know of the influencers and stuff like that. Most of them that I follow don't live in LA.
Right.
It's probably that small percentage of the Charli D'Amelio and their family and stuff like that. All of them obviously live out there. They left their home and moved out. Everybody else lives in their hometown, Florida, Texas, not California, New York. Everywhere else in the world that you can just be popular and just be. I wouldn't want that experience of being in LA. That's just my preference. I go to Tennessee, I go to Florida, I go somewhere else. I don't want to go to LA because everybody else is going to LA. So why am I following them?
Yeah,
I feel like that's the times we live in, because it's like even in music, like like labels.
You can be famous.
You can be independent and just have your own crowd.
You can be famous and not
and
live in
make
LA.
everything that your content that you make, you own it all instead of having to go through the
How
label.
crazy is that, bro? Like the music industry has taken the biggest hit in the past 10 years because of the fact that like Capitol Records, like they're not the gateway anymore. Like the only way to get your music noticed 10 years ago was to get signed with one of these big labels. Now it's like if you know how to use social media, just like these influencers, bro.
Your songs
you'll get to the point where Capitol Records is going to want to say, hey, we want your record. We want to create your record. But by the time that happens, you're going to be like, bro, fuck you. I've got 300,000 followers. I've got 2 albums out. You know what I mean? And I'm making 100% of everything here.
I don't need your help.
When if you make an album through Capitol Records, from what I was told, 10 songs is what the record labels want. Anything over that, you get extra money on, but you basically get like $1 to $2 per record that's sold, and then you make most of your money on tour. So that's where most of the money comes in, right?
Yes.
Merchandise.
I feel like the labels still find a way, and I feel
They
like
take
they
take all your royalties
Oh,
from
yeah.
your songs.
Contracts.
Well,
bro.
And they
like-
got to pay a lawyer first. They got to pay the publicist. They got to pay everybody. There's
well,
a lot of mouths to feed
even like
before you.
with even like you know what I'm saying
As the
with
artist.
Spotify and Apple and all that, I feel like they still play a part in it because
Small.
they know the people that own those corporations. So I feel like that
For
play
sure.
a part with
They
the algorithm.
do. I'm pretty sure a lot of those, they're all the same investors that are just going
yeah.
through.
So they
Um,
always find a way to
But I will say,
level back up over it.
to jump into what you were just saying and kind of like round it out. So Nashville, you mentioned Tennessee. Nashville is pretty much the new LA. A lot of the musicians are going there instead of going to LA.
It should have been in the first place.
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah, Nashville's got everything you need. It's got labels. It's got stages. It's got like
And it's
all
less
genres.
expensive.
A lot of people can put country there, but like it has everything. There's no restrictions on that city, and that city is a very very touristy city in general. So like to get to LA, most of the time you have to fly out. You have to do things. Most of the time, people go to Nashville. They drive.
You just drive straight there.
Just drive. They drive.
Yep.
It's
I can do that.
center of everything. We're going to head to Tennessee, Nashville, and they can catch any artist. So there's more bang for the buck on the artisans because they don't have to spend as much money to do their craft, and they can live cheaper because the housing is cheaper there. And on top of that, there's no fires. In California, fires happen all the time. So there's a risk of damage. There's a lot of things that happen in California that don't happen anywhere else. And I think all these things, along with the TikTok idea, it's an interesting point. We can get into that even further down the line, like on another podcast, because that's very fascinating to think that TikTok might have shifted where people are making content from. So now where the big players are at, they're like, we don't have a hold on things. We
They
don't have
don't.
that. We don't have a hold. We can't control any of these people. So now we have to pick
How
the
do you
best ones.
monetize it? Yeah.
Yeah.
So how do you monetize it? You buy a mansion and you pick the 6 people that you
Yep.
think are gonna
you-
make you the most money.
and then you put ads out and put them in the ads.
Mhm.
Exactly.
And give them the revenue of portion of the ad. So then you're and I mean, because like WB and all these other companies, they have labels. They are labels. And I mean, and another thing, a label is ultimately and generally, mostly, all the way, a glorified bank, a glorified loan company. They give you money, you have to bring the money back. You're
Exactly.
just doing it with art.
Right.
So they are just money guys. They don't even necessarily know the art. They've got people on the right levels and right floors to take care of the artists, and they're at the top giving money because they have it. It's just reinvesting. And you can do that anywhere. And Nashville's cheaper. And the people that have all the money know Nashville's cheaper. Let's go there.
And everyone on the ground floor knows that Nashville is where the music is at.
Mhm.
You know, you can walk into a hole in the wall bar, not pay a cover at all, and hear better music in one of those Nashville bars than you would
Anywhere.
here in Cincinnati,
Yeah.
paying $10 or $15 to get in somewhere.
For sure.
Exactly.
For sure. And there's always people. So you're not ever playing to like an empty crowd just because there's always a bachelorette party that's happening. There's always a wedding happening there every day. There's always something happening. So
Yeah.
you're never it's like a Vegas thing, but it's in a different realm.
Like Nashville, like musically, it's always been historic, right?
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. They've got Printer's Alley, that's been really bluesy. It's been there, you know, as long as I can remember, Printer's Alley. But yeah, so, and then Big and Rich, that they have a bar there as well. I got a chance to go to that bar. That shit was crazy. So, Big and Rich's bar is on the top floor of the trailer park. Is that what the place was called? There was the first floor was a trailer park. Second floor was a piano bar. Third floor was locked, and it was a thumb code to get in. And I was with
Nice.
somebody. You got to spend $10,000 a year to get access to Big and Rich's bar, and you're allowed to bring one person. So he's got the thumbprint, unlocks the door. We can go in. Big and Rich's Grammys are there, like they're handwritten, like lyrics are there. There's pool tables, free pool. There's a bartender, free drinks. Not free because you paid $10,000 to be a member.
Right.
But there's a bartender on staff. It's basically like a glorified living room with nothing but Big and Rich's like memorabilia all over it.
Memberships and shit.
That's
But
cool.
it was super cool, bro. You know who I met there was Kid Rock's buddy that was in the wheelchair. I can't remember his name, but he was such a dick to me, dude. So rude.
Oh yeah.
Because I was there with this guy, and I was there with one of my friends. She was a really pretty female, and this guy did not like the fact that I was friends with her. So he kept trying to run over my feet with his fucking wheelchair, yo.
Like passive aggressively or
100%.
Okay.
So rude, bro.
Yeah,
So,
it could be a nice way to do it.
look, you know who I'm talking about too, man.
I'd have to see a picture.
Let's see who we
Where he
talking
just run
about.
over his foot. Oh, my bad,
Kid
man. I ain't
Rock's
see your foot
wheelchair friend.
there. 10 minutes later. Oh, my bad, man. I ain't see your foot there.
Right. Right.
15 minutes later. Oh, damn, man. My fault, man. I was just trying to bag up. I ain't see your foot there.
Didn't even apologize, bro. Didn't even apologize. He would just run
Oh.
over my fucking foot right there and just look at me.
And you probably had some slick shoes on too. He's probably like scuffing them, man.
Yeah,
Oh,
bro.
did the Jordans? Oh, shit. The Air
Something.
Maxes.
I mean, you see what he's got on today. So
Mhm.
that's the thing is like some of these people out there, I don't know if it's an ego thing. I don't know if it's a like sizing someone up, but like some people just act so out of pocket for no reason. You're like, what's your problem, man? Like, what? I definitely didn't do anything to you because I'm just meeting you now. So like, I'm obviously not the problem in this situation. But why do you have to be such a way? And I know I've met so many people that just like get an attitude or like think they're like, oh man, I'm gonna push on this person. Like I'm gonna get them uncomfortable or whatever. And
I
I'm,
think the internet is the reason of that.
yeah, something like
content creators or like people who get a bad rap on social media, and
Yeah.
then like regular people feel like they like, oh yeah, I'm gonna try him real quick.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's like competitive and people like I'm gonna put them down and get
They
ahead.
just
But
wanna-
like
they just want to mess with you. Like
Yeah.
you remember that? Y'all heard them? The Island Boys? Or
Oh,
something
yeah.
Like that? Yeah. Now I don't know how they might be personally. I don't know, but I feel like a lot of people they got a bad rap like online,
yeah,
and then like regular people feel like, oh yeah, I can. You feel me? Let me make a fool of them real quick. Maybe I might go viral.
right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? Like
Yeah.
stuff like that.
But I mean, why do you want to go viral for something like so remedial and so like
I mean,
negative?
Damn,
but
I
people,
feel-
but people
I
will
feel
laugh
bad
at it.
now. His name was Joe C, and he died.
Oh,
That little guy, you remember him?
oh,
the
I
guy-
do.
The guy in the wheelchair that ran over your foot.
Yeah,
I
bro.
do.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
do.
This was
This is
so
the
it was
reason why.
Kid Rock's boy, who he was like a little local rapper. His name was Joe C. Tiny guy, man.
But I mean, even
He was a
with
grown
it,
man.
even with him passing, still wrong. I mean, he can't. I mean,
He died at 26, I think it said.
Oh man,
Oh,
rest
me-
in peace.
do you
man.
remember that
Rest
guy?
In peace.
I don't think so. I don't know. I mean, I might have. There was a lot of like famous, like shorter people that
He's
talked about
he's in the
news and
music
stuff.
videos.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
I've-
it's not like people are googling
Yeah,
Kid Rock's
yeah.
music videos.
But I've watched Kid Rock's music videos, so I've probably seen him. Didn't know who he was. You know, there's a lot of people you find out later on, like, oh yeah, this person was in this video 25 years ago. You know, stuff like that.
Oh
shirt.
That is insane. Man. rest in peace.
yeah, man.
Yeah.
But that sucks.
Yeah.
Anyways, man, yeah, that would Nashville's the shit, bro. Like, there's so many. You can go to a bar at 2:00 on a Tuesday afternoon, and you're gonna hear some amazing music.
Yeah,
there, bro.
on
It's
every
like- it's
floor.
just
So much.
Every floor is different at every place.
And
Yeah.
I
That's
was-
what I like the most about it.
100%, especially
The
at
rooftops.
that Big and Rich place that I was at, bro. Every like the bottom floor was literally set up to look like a trailer park, and then they sold like phenomenal food like out of some of these trailers that they had set
Yeah.
up in there. But then the second floor is piano bar, completely different than the bottom because they played like rap music or DJ music downstairs, and then the third floor was Big and Rich, just fucking super like hidden from everything. Like you wouldn't even know that there was a bar behind this wall unless
That's cool.
the
So-
thumbprint on the door.
So one of the things that I was gonna say on the same topic of Nashville, a significant difference, obviously, than the people that move out there. You know, they want the Hollywood life and stuff like that. Is like Nashville is significantly smaller
Oh,
than
yeah.
LA. Very, very much smaller.
yeah.
So
Shit, it might be smaller than Cincinnati, bro.
Yeah, it's not
travel
big.
time. There's the travel
to get
time.
back and forth.
But I look at it, it's like, you know, it's easier to get to Nashville, obviously, if you live on this side. But it's going to be
It's about
easier.
property value.
It's going to be easier to find that talent because it's so small. Like Cincinnati being a small city compared to LA, you know, you can go anywhere and run into somebody you had no idea and they're going to sing your head off versus going to California. You know the celebrities live there, but you know normal people live there too. You know people that just live there to live there. They were born there, you know, their family might have a lot of money or whatever. They just always lived there their whole life. So I feel like with that city, you know, you're going to run into someone almost immediately.
Yeah.
In Nashville. You know,
Yeah.
I've never actually got to see the city of Nashville. I would love to go. I'm planning on going at some point. But like
Or the Coyote Ugly bar.
that's to
Coyote
me
Ugly's
yeah.
bar there.
That's to me what I would like the most because it's so much less people that you know you're gonna find that talent everywhere and it's gonna I feel like for especially someone who's starting on their own it's gonna give you more of that like you know I want to go out here and do this. You might go to California and get discouraged because you saw somebody walking down the street
Bro,
like that might happen.
I heard stories like they say like in LA it's like you see like
You're gonna see
hella
famous
people
people.
just shooting YouTube
You-
videos.
yeah you're gonna
like,
see
just,
it.
It's just so many people doing
But-
it, so you get like
It might hurt your feelings. It might hurt your.
oversaturated.
It might hurt your confidence.
If in my mind, if you're trying to get to that point, the ones that are going to make it are the ones that are looking past and not worried about other people's
Yes.
work. Like where Nashville, the reason I think Nashville is making its way like this is first off property value. So you buy the property for cheaper, and people know that Nashville's blowing up, so they're going to make more money in the long run. And also, it is so California is kind of like isolated in the sense it's against United States there. Nashville is kind of between Florida, New York, the Midwest, which Midwest is known for filled with talent. There may not be a lot of people at the show, the fan wise, but the talent wise is the highest level. They're just in this Midwest.
Exactly.
And California, you have to go out there. You have to make your way across the desert if you're driving. You have to go through these places to get to California to achieve that. And I think that's the allure that it had for such a long time. But as like
The mindset.
as things progress and the internet's is effective as ever now, so you can do things from anywhere. People recognize that the risk to go to California is riskier now because there's less chance for success and obviously more chance for failure in that sense. And if there's other places that there's a little less competition, let's just go there.
Exactly.
And Nashville's a little less competition.
Exactly.
So let's go there. So if everyone thinks that same way, they're going to bottleneck to Nashville, and all of a sudden Nashville's popping out like a bouquet of flowers because everyone's trying to hyper focused on going there and thinking they're getting ahead because they're going there instead of California. And that snowball effect has people going from LA be like, oh, I'm seeing homie make it in California or Nashville and I'm better than him, quote unquote.
Exactly.
So then they go there and then that talent follows him and follows her, and before you know it, everyone's in Nashville. And
how long you think that's gonna take before it's oversaturated?
It's probably already there.
it's probably
bro.
it's probably
no
there.
long.
It's probably
I know
there.
a chick from Cincinnati
but-
that rap right now, and she moved to Nashville. Like just what y'all was saying.
Yeah.
What's her name?
Vi Peach.
Yeah.
I like met her once. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's cool.
Super dope, bro.
I look at it as like you said, it probably is oversaturated. I don't think that, especially now with it almost being so much easier to become big, become famous, just based off of what you do or stay consistent. I don't think it's so much just about where you are. It's about what it is that you're doing and who you surround yourself with.
100%.
We got to think about how much talent has come out of Ohio. Think about how much talent I'm finding out left and right. All these celebrities that were born here and stuff like that, and it's like the Midwest is a hidden gem that not a lot of people know about. So for people that are humble, like the Gary Owen and some of the baseball players and basketball players, people that decided to stick here, it's a different mindset for them in its sense where it's like, I don't have to be in a big city. You know, I can be in my small city of Cincinnati and still be popular and still be famous and stuff like that. There's reasons that people come to the city. There's reasons that people go to Tennessee or New York or whatever. My comparison in my personal preference or whatever, I would rather be the guy that go to New York or Nashville than California. That's just me. Don't get me wrong. I want to get there. And it's only because television has made me think that that's the best place in the world to be. Like we're not talking about we're not talking about other countries. We're not talking about other places in the world that are probably twice as better as California. We're just talking about California. California on television and in movies, it just seems like the place to go. And I'm like, man, I want to go to France. I want to go to Italy. Like, I want to go to Japan. I don't care.
Think about like the Red Hot Chili Peppers. So they have a whole album called Californication.
Yeah.
And the way he describes it on the album through every song is like this dreamland made in a Hollywood basement.
Exactly.
All these that is what the dream always seemed to be.
Yes.
And now we have the internet, which is built for oversaturation.
Yes.
But even though there's oversaturation, you see people going viral every single day, and all of a sudden popping up and being the new influencer when they just made one video, a few months ago. I mean, we got that guy that came into the store that dressed up like the Grinch, and he dances and stuff. I don't think he's really been doing it all that long, but he's got a lot of followers and he got them quick. Yeah. So, and he was here. I mean, it's not like he's anywhere like out there crazy. So, and he went viral, and I know he's making money doing it. They mentioned that he makes it. This is his job. He's making money off this. Like, we're gonna tag you guys. We're gonna put you in the video, and I'm in the video, whatever. But like, he's not going out there in California showing off his Grinch. He was in Northern Kentucky. He's in Newport.
You don't necessarily have to, and I think it's
Internet.
It's to the point where it's like there's a lot of people that don't want to. Another thing, COVID also helped a lot of people make money because businesses went out of business. So people started coming up with their own concepts. Like our friend Amber started Queen City Cotton Candy out of nothing. She went to college, she did her thing, everything she was supposed to do, and now she has a successful business here in Cincinnati, all because she wanted to do something different because the world changed. So it's like, I think 100%, it's not about where you are. If you surround yourself with good people, if you surround yourself with that talent, that energy and stuff like that, and you're consistent at what you do, you will be that. You don't necessarily have to be famous, but you can be successful. You can be happy with what it is that you're doing because you're doing it, because you're staying consistent. That's just my my take on all of it.
And really, the thing about fame, what really defines fame?
What is
fame? Is the eye of the beholder.
Exactly.
Like, even though there are people that are like considered celebrities and they're considered people that are elites, if you will, and just at the top of the food chain and entertainment industry or whatever, but they are unique situations in most every right. If you take every single member of, like, let's say Friends, all of them are very unique individuals in their own right, and they put them all on this TV show and they got huge, whatever. And then you take shows like Seinfeld. All those characters very, very unique. You can see someone that might be like them. You might know, oh, he kind of reminds me of my buddy so and so. But he's a little bit more refined than my buddy so and so. Like, but they find these specific people that are relatable and like kind of quirky, but still so different and built different. Exactly. And that is what they're looking for. These people are celebrities because people that aren't as eccentric are choosing people that are eccentric and giving them the opportunity to become this icon.
And we put them on a pedestal.
We put them on a pedestal because that's what
attention.
TV does. You're on these national and international channels and different. Now we have streaming services, so it's even more saturated.
More crazy.
But they're still finding a place. You know what I mean? Like, you've got shows like The Office, and people who watch The Office even if they've seen it 10 times. They continue to watch The Office.
Continue to watch that show forever.
Right, same. But that's the thing is the people that are putting this stuff in place know exactly how to keep the entertainment going and keeping the viewer locked in. And that is where Hollywood is the best. Like, you're never going to have Nashville be Hollywood. Okay?
No.
So at the end of the
I don't think they want to be.
Yeah, Nashville's the music end of things. Hollywood's probably going to stay movies
everything
and TV. Like, obviously New York's there, but New York, almost has an artsy
I
business
feel like that's more
kind of a
Broadway.
thing. Yeah, Broadway. I was going to say Broadway, arts and business, because obviously Wall Street. So there's an aspect to each of these cities. But then you have the Chicagos and you have Atlantas, and I mean,
There's a lot popping off from those
yeah,
places.
yeah,
too.
and then Nashville, and then
Miami.
Miami.
That's another
And
one.
yeah, so you have
They got
these,
music. They
these
got
other
music.
cities that are doing big things and they're making moves.
They're
But
just- they're-
even them,
we put LA on a pedestal.
exactly, even them from in Chicago are like, I still need to make my way to LA.
Still gotta
Like,
get
dude,
to
you
LA.
live in Chicago, you have all the opportunity here. Think about us in Cincinnati, quote unquote. You
lot
have
of
all the
people,
opportunity.
Chicago.
Oh no, man, I still got to go to LA. And they still want to be there
They-
because
they make
the
you-
opportunity doesn't feel the same as in LA.
They
So
make you feel
Nashville
like-
has a way to go before it really feels like LA. It's like an opportunity, and they're not looking for that same shine. You get a different shine in LA than you do Nashville. You have the sun, you have the beaches. You know, you can there's
70 degrees every day.
every day,
No rain.
right? And you have a chance to see the biggest celebrities, you know, on the planet walking down on a Tuesday, and there's a reason that like all these other countries, because you know countries follow the United States and on Western culture and entertainment. Everything else they kind of don't care about us. They're like, you're American, you guys are suckers, like whatever. But like when it comes down to entertainment, everyone watches United States movies. Everyone watches United States entertainment, and artistry is like the top. So, but they all assign that to LA, the Hollywood side, and that sign. And like you saw, like the reason there was like fires and stuff out there and all this stuff going on, and then snow and like it was just
Yeah, that's
it's
snow. That's
but it's like
man.
fire then snow in like almost like a year's time. Like just the weather aspect of it is a totally different thing. But it's just California's becoming a little unpredictable, so people are kind of leaving. But at the end of the day, biggest movies and biggest entertainment are gonna be made there, despite what Nashville's gonna be doing. Because Nashville is small. Like Nashville is a small. It's not a big city.
Yeah.
You can drive by. When you drive by that, like I just saw the tower that's got the the AT&T tower.
Yeah, the Batman building.
Yeah, that's iconic, of course. But when I passed that, I was like, oh, I was trying to get a picture in the car when we're driving by. Like, I love that. Like, I'm a big fan of Nashville. Like, my last time I was there, I was like at this bar. I lost my friends, and this wedding party was down there picking their friend up, and I was just nice to my friends, so like I kind of fit in, whatever. And they're like, what are you doing? You look lost. And I was like, I'm looking for my buddy. He literally was just here and he left. And they're like, oh, screw him, man. Come join us. I was like, oh, no, it's cool. Like, I'm good. Like, no, really come with us. We have a rooftop. Like, we're just having a wedding and you can join us. I was like, no, you don't have to be nice. It's cool. Like, no, come with us. I'm like, you serious? And I went to this rooftop and they had a DJ and this other entertainment. They had a guy that had fire. They had all sorts of stuff going on at this wedding stuff. And I'm like, how did I end up here? But that happens in Nashville because people are just there to have a good time and just it's so entertaining.
You were in the right place at
Right.
the right time.
But in LA, when we do those cool things, everything's spread out. So not everyone is congested in these things because LA is so big.
Yeah.
So Nashville has that advantage. There's like dynamics that neither city could beat each other. But if you're going for music, head to Nashville. You have a much better chance these days. And that's something that I think a lot of artists are recognizing. And I mean, we're seeing it probably. I think Matt Waters would crush it. He's on my mind every time I think
Yeah.
Nashville.
Oh my gosh.
I think
he
Matt
would-
Waters.
he got
Shout out Matt Waters, man.
he
Your merch
would
looks great.
Murder
And
it, in
dude, if he would
My
Nashville, oh,
goodness.
He give
bro,
me
we would be
Nashville
seeing him
vibes.
on the big screen. He would go from Nashville to LA and back to Nashville and just be,
Yeah.
it's over.
blow up, bro.
I mean,
We're
Yeah,
getting
I'd-
invited to the Grammys because he's gone.
I've
Yeah.
got some friends that are in Nashville that are pretty big musicians, man, and we really need to try to link them up, bro, because we've got like Josh Hogue is out there. He's a Grammy winner. Like he's a homie from mine, like way back in the day before him and I even knew what we were doing, and he was a musician himself, and kind of pulled back from playing music and started writing music, and now he's wrote songs for I think Chris Young, Kane. Who's that dude? Kane Brown.
Kane Brown, yeah.
He's got a couple Grammys with
Yeah.
him.
Brian, that's
Yeah.
he country singer,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, he's
He
fire.
had a
yo.
concert. Yeah,
He's dope.
man.
Yeah,
Homies-
so
homies
like
dope.
so my guy, we're gonna get him in on the podcast. He's gonna come in. Him and his
Really?
homies are gonna come down. Yeah, once we get everything set up with a loft, where we can book a hotel room for him here and pay to get him in. we're gonna set it up, bro.
Yeah,
'cause
if you're
this
writing
is-
with Kane Brown, you're doing it right.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
bro,
for
You're
sure.
doing it right.
he's
Yeah.
he's you know the crazy thing is like I know this dude personally. Like it's like knowing your guy's story, like your backstory. So when I'm hearing these songs that Kane Brown is singing, and it's talking about like alcohol or like losing a girlfriend over like something, it's like I know the story, which is crazy. I've never met Kane Brown, and I don't know anything about him, but what he's talking about, I personally know because it happened to Josh, right? Like, and it's crazy to think, man, that like somebody like him is just he went from playing music to he got a DUI, and there was some piece of shit dude in Nashville that like he's like the Perez Hilton of Nashville. Like, if anything happens to anybody, he's the one that like outs the dirt.
Okay.
And so Josh had some beef with that dude, and then that dude got busted with a DUI. So Josh was like, and now Josh doesn't drink at all. He's sober and fucking crushing the game, bro. So like I can't, like, I'm so proud of that dude because like he pivoted in a point where he's like, obviously everybody wants to be in the spotlight, right? Like everybody wants their time to shine, but he was able to pivot, step back, and get the Grammys that he deserves, and not have all that repercussion of being that celebrity that has all that pressure on him. You know what I mean? Like, he really found his groove, bro, and I'm so proud of him, man, because he was like, there was a moment like when I saw that dude post Josh's like DUI mugshot. It was like,
Oh.
yeah, and it was like just some dude that I've never met, like just talking shit on some guy that is nothing but like an amazing human being, right? But it was just like because he was in the spotlight and got in trouble, like this guy wanted to out him. But it was it's one of those things where like honestly, today Josh would probably thank the dude, even though the guy's a piece of shit. But he would thank him because he put something in his head that made him get better, right? Like he pivoted and said, "Hey, I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna nail it." You know what I mean? And just fucking home run, bro.
Home run. Yeah.
He's got Grammys in the house.
That is sick.
Yeah, yeah,
Sick. That is the real recognition.
100%, bro.
That is,
and he's got the records on the wall. You know, the Kane Brown with the platinum record, 10 million sold or whatever the shit is. You know, like they sent it to him too because he's the one that wrote the damn song.
Yeah,
bro.
no, yeah.
Songwriter, you get credit.
Yeah, bro.
100%. You should get credit. Songwriting is not easy. To come up with something original and to make it
Something
that
popular,
popular,
too.
to make it catchy, to make it
and to get it into somebody else's mind where they can sing it or do it the way that you want. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it'd be really hard for me to say, "Hey, I want this logo on a T-shirt." Do it. You know, and then for them to come back to me, and for me not to go, "Oh, I could have done a better job."
I hate it.
Yeah, yeah. You know what I mean?
Don't
Like,
want it.
but that's incredible, man. That's just the mind mentality of pivoting and really fine tuning what you're good at, and saying, "Okay, I can get rid of this. I can double down on this, and I can really just start churning that butter, bro."
Yeah. I think when you start to really know the artist you're writing for, that's when things really flow.
100%.
At the beginning, I think you're trying to navigate.
Do you like this? What do you want me to change
Yeah.
this? And
But
now
once
it's
you
like,
find your
boom.
groove, then all of a sudden, Grammy after Grammy after Grammy, it's an equation. You
Yeah.
just plug in the numbers, plug in the letters, and go to town. Like there's bands that just like A Day to Remember. I'm sure friends of mine listening, a lot of people love A Day to Remember. They were a solid band, but I just always remember like thinking like when we were like writing music, like when Ocean was writing music, I'm like, we wrote these two songs here and we did them completely different. I think A Day to Remember just kind of goes on their own version of their own equation. They're literally formula. They've got a formula with how they're going to release these songs. And I started kind of researching how they did it. And everyone loves A Day to Remember, but his voice, like Jeremy's voice, is like unique in his own right. But the songs themselves, they almost became a little bit predictable. But they were all bangers. They were all so good. So you kind of like, I kind of overlooked it for the longest time. But then I realized, you know what? These guys know how to write a top track. That's all they need to know. And once they did over and over again, they were just the top of the Warped Tour world. They were just everything. And like when you really look back on it, like a lot of the songs have similar vibes, but they knew their pocket, they knew it. And once you get there, and I don't know if they had ghostwriters, I don't know. I know they had one of the guys that quit was still in the band, but like bands just now they tour arenas, and all because they found their formula, they found what they were good at.
Right.
And there's in certain bands do that, and other bands, all their songs are so different and they're big. You know what I mean? Like Walk the Moon and different things like that. But like some of these bands just have this perfect formula, and the ghostwriter and the artist is right there. Like I'm sure Kane, when Kane Brown gets the tracks from him now, like over the time, he's probably like, I know this one's gonna crush. I know this one's gonna crush. He knows me, and if you know each other, dude, it's over.
Yeah,
it's over.
Yeah, you guys should go ahead and friend request Josh Hogue, man, because he's always working with these musicians, and he posts it on his Facebook like, hey, I'm in the studio with Luke Combs right now.
That's cool.
You know what I mean? Like he's really just punching away at the clock, bro, and just trying to milk that dollar for every cent that you can get, which is incredible.
Good for
yeah,
him.
bro, super dope.
If you're good at it, run at 100 miles per hour.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll run through that wall, bro.
Right
not
through
at
it.
Yeah.
Exactly. Kool-Aid man.
Yes, sir. All right, bro.
Yeah.
It's 10:15. I gotta go ahead and bounce. My mom's at the house. I was actually thinking about trying
Mama
to get.
Banks.
Yeah, I was thinking about trying to get her on the podcast, bro. I
That
was
would be
thinking, I was
fun.
like, man, maybe I should interview my mom.
You should.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still want to interview my aunt Dina. She's been blind her whole
Oh,
life.
I'd love to, bro.
Yeah, I think she wants to. She would definitely sit down here and she would tell us about what it's like to never see anything.
Right.
She's never seen anything. She doesn't see colors. She's just got really good hearing.
Damn.
Yeah, man. She's been blind since.
She can
was a-
smell you, bro. She can smell.
Yeah.
She knows if you're in the room by the scent.
Yep.
That's wild.
She's incredible, bro.
She-
Shout out to Aunt Dina.
Aunt Dina, yeah, man.
Aunt
She was the. I always felt so. I was so upset when that cell phone guy took advantage of her, because he sold her a cell phone that she couldn't really use. Like they got a new phone for her at the store, and the cell phone guy like took advantage of her, and he promised her that she had all these features on the phone for a blind person, and they didn't have any of the features. He just sold her a model, and man, that guy, karma.
Yep.
Yep. Yes.
I'm sure he doesn't
yeah.
even sell cell phones anymore.
I don't even know, man. But that was the one thing with her she'll tell about that. But like that was just one of those things, the memories. But like over the years, she just knows your footsteps when you walk in. She's like, "Is that Andrew?" Like, how did you know I was here?
Yeah.
I just walked in the door. She's like, "Well, I know what you sound like. You know what I sound like."
Yeah. Didn't even talk.
I didn't even talk. I didn't even say anything. I walked in the door shut. I took 3 or 4 steps. She probably heard my keys.
Yeah.
The
it's
jingle.
always.
Jingle. Everyone hears my
Maybe
jingle.
She just heard by the way you walk.
She knows their footsteps. She used when they were little, my mom, my Aunt Kelly, and them, they would like try to sneak to the fridge, and she would hear the footsteps like a few in. She'd be like, "Carol, get back to bed," and she would just hear them. She got superpowers.
That's funny.
That's
Yeah.
scary. 'Cause
Yeah,
you're like, oh shit. Okay, going back to bed.
Yep, because she's older than them. So
All right, bro.
Yeah.
Where can they catch you guys, man? If anybody wants to see any footage on last week's fashion show we did, how do they find you?
Oh, I mean, you can find me on Instagram, yaman.92, YOMN.92. If you want to check out the music, if you're on Spotify, Apple Music is Yaman, YOMN. And it's like that on every other platform. I just talk about Spotify, Apple Music, because them the most 2 common.
For sure.
yeah,
Yeah.
Easy to get to.
right.
Yeah.
And I've had people ask if you ever want to tell them what it means, YOMN means. If you ever want to tell them,
Y'all are my nation.
y'all are my nation.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
So
I've had a few people ask on Facebook because they see our sports podcast, and they're like, "What does that even mean?" I'm like, I'll let you guys figure it out. Like, we'll tell it one day. So
It's
like,
relatability, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? For the people that's like in the US that can relate to the stuff I'm talking about, you know, that's where the y'all come in. No, okay, y'all is like worldwide.
Sure.
And then the MN is my nation. So like the
Yeah.
USA.
yeah,
So
yeah.
like it's, I don't know, you could probably be in the United Kingdom, but if the lyrics that I'm saying, if you can understand what I'm saying, if you can relate to it,
You're
then
here.
That's
Yeah, that's cool.
and it's for you.
I love the name. It's awesome. Yeah,
Yeah.
appreciate you telling us. Yeah.
I
I s-
did not know that.
I
so it's
see-
news to me. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm assuming that the Yaman had a different meaning 5 years ago, and now you're just dropping
I did,
into
and I had to put the pieces together.
yeah.
There you go. Change as a
I
person.
now see what Yaman really means.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Well,
T-Rail, Deadpool Stan, what's up, player?
listen. Birthday's on Thursday. I'm just trying to have a good time. It's been an interesting couple weeks, just like listening to the life stories, watching things happen and transpire. But I'm here, man. I'm ready to get the brand started. I'm ready to just push forward and just hey, be me, man.
When you getting out your brand?
A fish that can't swim.
Oh man. I'm
First
working. I'm working on something with Jay. I'm working on something cool. My thought was to do it in the summertime, but like honestly, I want to try to do it as soon as possible if that's what we can do. So yeah,
Fuck
we'll
yeah,
see.
bro.
We'll see. To be continued.
Yeah.
To be continued.
Yeah, we're
for sure.
Maybe there's like a National Fish Day.
Hey, you
You
know,
like-
look.
Hey, Tyrell
yeah.
got the swag too, man. Look, hey, y'all
Hey.
got to check his pants out.
Hey,
Bro,
man,
always-
Hey, show me your pants,
always
man.
fit
I
it,
be
bro.
I be trying out here.
Olive green, you know what I'm saying?
Look,
Man, I rock that.
I'm really weird sometimes when it comes to clothes because it's like I see other people dress and I'm like, man, they really do their thing. I'm a cross between I'm on the homeless man type feel and then I'm on the nice type feel. Like it's a weird mix. It's never the same. Either I'm gonna look dope or I'm gonna look bored and crazy, but I'm still me. You feel me? I like to be original. I don't want to copy no one else's
I feel
style.
that, bro. My mom used to tell me, why do you spend so much to look homeless?
Listen,
It was like back when I was buying like all the long like black jackets and like
Yeah.
oversized shit, like black on black on black.
for sure.
And my mom was like, "How much you spend on that?" I'm like, like 120. She's like, "Why do you spend that much to look homeless?" I'm like, "Because there's holes in the shit." And I'm just like, "Come on, mom."
It look
Right.
dope.
It just
looks,
it gives you that gritty, like
yeah, just
that gritty,
Just
like
a little sauce.
Yeah, you feel me?
everybody's unique in their own way, man. It's the mindset. It's not about the dress. It's not about the voice. It's not about the attitude. It's who they are as a person. They
How
can
you
be
wear
dope.
it, bro?
Yep.
How you wear it.
How you wear it, and you got to get some nice kicks involved too, because that's key.
Look,
You got
I
to set
wanna,
it off with the footwear.
I never wanted to look like any other person in the world, but I want to duplicate that shirt with the skateboards on it. That was dope. I want to be able to do that. That was probably one of the coolest things because it was so like random. Like it wasn't like this was a planned thing. Like, oh yeah, we're gonna promote these skateboards. This man just had skateboards on his chest, and it looked cool. I was like, honestly, he on some like other ninja type stuff. I don't know, but it was really cool. I would want to do something like that.
Dope.
For
All right,
sure.
man.
They gotta really understand like the significance of what his fit. You know, like so. Check it out. He got the camo right here. You know what I'm saying? The camo bill that matched the pants.
Oh yeah.
He got the Eminem sweatshirt on. You
Mhm.
know what I'm saying? Nike.
match-
What them?
it
The
match.
SBs?
The Blazers.
Blazers. Okay, so
And
it's
then
like
my shirt, you can't see my shirt, but it's a big shirt. I wanted this shirt. I saw a girl wearing it on TikTok. I'm a big Naruto fan, so I had to bust it out because it's green, matches the pants. You feel me? Tie dye. But yeah, like sometimes I like the baggy look. Sometimes I like the more fitted. Like I just want to look nice. Honestly, it's a confidence thing for real. I feel like if I wear a shirt that's like semi tight, you can see the arms or whatever, and I feel good.
Look
I really
good, feel good. Look
right,
good,
right.
feel
I feel good. I don't care what anybody else think. You feel me? I look good. It might have a stain on the shirt. If I like the shirt, I'm gonna wear it. I don't care.
Yes, sir.
It's just me.
I've got paint and stains all over my shit, bro. Like
Sure, yeah.
my wife is like, why can't you keep anything clean? Like as soon as I get something nice, I get paint or dye or something on it. But
Something
like,
on it.
but that's me, bro. Like I may not be a mechanic, but I'm a mechanic for the store.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So
You're a
I'm always
worker.
in here painting. I'm always in here doing work. So
Yeah, engineering, like all sorts of.
Engineering,
Yeah,
yeah,
we're engineers here. We are literally creating stuff, and we are making
every day.
out of nothing.
yes, sir.
Something
Yeah.
out of nothing.
All right, man. This is gonna wrap up another episode of the PowWow. If you guys want to be a
sir.
part of it, comment below. Campaign, Loner Brand, Quasar. Who else was a part of this whole thing? Trey G,
Trey G,
Yaman,
Deuces.
Monty C, his
Yep.
girl. What other
Farmer
clothing
Nate,
brands? Farmer Nate.
He was
Nate.
he was there. He was one of the models. Clothing brands. We had Loner Brand.
Sauce Boy
Campaign,
K. Very rare to find,
very
bro.
rare to find.
DJ
Obviously
Hope.
the Native Brand.
Oh yeah,
DJ Hope. He was DJing the whole
Yeah,
event,
he was
man.
a cool dude.
Yeah, man, he's cool.
Love that
Yeah.
guy.
Shout
man,
out
we
to
even
Madison. Shout out to
Yeah, bro.
Madison Theater, Madison Live for even letting it happen, bro. That was the first time I've ever been in that building. I'm ready to see another show. That was
Yeah,
Yeah,
bro.
man, we'll be putting them on. I'll shout out my social media too while we're here because I'm gonna be posting event stuff. But if you follow me on Andrew Eisler on Instagram, I also have Andrew Eisler Multimedia, which is like my photo page that I cover the events that I put on. I always take some photos and throw it up there just to pay some respect to the event that we moved on from. I'll be posting one tomorrow, I believe. I have a little schedule that I kind of follow. But yeah, so Andrew Eisler, AndrewIsler, and then multimedia on the photo one, and check out what we got on there. We got more coming, and fashion show part 2 or whatever we choose to call it will be this fall, and we're gonna rock it out. And the next one, man, I'm gonna try to make it so we can involve the patio if the weather allows. So maybe,
yeah, we're definitely setting
We
that
gotta
up.
give Mother
'cause
Nature a phone call.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Check the Farmer's Almanac. Like, hey, they're gonna be, because like I think
Any
it's gonna,
rainstorms.
but I
Like,
think if
listen,
it's
mother.
not too far into the fall, if it's
Early
before
fall.
before Halloween,
Early
I think we
fall.
have a chance for some good weather there. I mean, who would have predicted, tornado winds?
We'll go
But-
buy $100 in umbrellas, 50
Let's do
umbrellas or
it.
something.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Everybody's
They have heaters up
protected.
there too, so they've got stuff to keep people warm if it gets a little cool.
Dope.
Yeah.
All right,
Right.
everybody, you
Yep.
know how to get a hold of me.
Yep.
I'm not going to shout out my Instagram or anything like that because you guys know where to find me.
Yep.
I'm always putting out reckless shit. So
It's all right.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
All right, I appreciate you guys for checking in. The sponsors of the podcast, we've got One Heart Medical. If you guys are trying to get your medical license in Kentucky, DM me, Andrew, or Tyrell, or Yaman. We can get you to the right people.
Yes.
James Weeks is the medical marijuana doctor. He's got a full license in Kentucky. His store, his office is in Ohio, right next to the precinct, Jeff Ruby's precinct over there on Delta Avenue. So it's $150 to get your medical marijuana license. If you mention Native, you get $25 off. So it's $25 off for a full, or $125 for a full year to have your medical card and to reap the benefits of everything that it has to offer. Duffified, love you guys. Appreciate Chef Brian Duffy. He was on Bar Rescue and a bunch of other celebrity shows. He's one of the best chefs in the world. He loves the brand, loves the store, and wanted to be a part of it. So Duffy, I love you.
Sir,
And
shout out.
we're gonna have to get some other investors in here too, man, so we can start getting these Grammy winners down here.
Yeah, we really. I'm trying to get anyone that wants to do cool stuff and work with us. So if you could be from Arkansas, if you're up the alley, let's go. Let's make some magic, man. Like really, like there's so many creatives out there that aren't getting that shine, and this platform is where we're gonna try to give them that shine. So
Yeah, bro. You know who I'm like one of my top people that I want to get in on the podcast. I know I've spoke about her before, but Lonnie Manella. She's the voice of Nancy Drew.
yeah,
She's the voice of just about every dope character in every single video game. She's at the top of the food chain when it comes to the voice thing. You know what she was in, bro? She was the voice of the movie Smile. That creepy movie that...
What?
Yes. The creepy movie that was like when the doctor was drooling out of her mouth and was like talking all crazy and like screamed in that lady's... Have you ever seen the movie? Am I just telling you something you never saw?
I've seen. Yeah.
So that deep, like, demonic voice was Lonnie's, bro.
That is.
Yeah, so she's gone from, like, this Nancy Drew super, like high voice, like subtle, very, like,
Wow.
calming voice to
So
this
she's-
crazy voice and smile.
Huh.
And she's a fan of the brand, bro. Like she's... Kayla and I talk to her all the time, and she wants to get on the podcast, but she's like, "Oh, I don't have anything to talk about." I'm like, "Are you serious? Like, this is it, man. I wanna interview you."
Yeah.
So she's like, "Well,
We'll find things.
she was like, "We can do like one of the FaceTime
Yeah.
things, which is great, but like I want to get her in here. I want to pay for her
Yeah.
flight. I want to be able to set her up in the Aloft Hotel and really just give her the experience, because she's always working, bro. Always. Like every time I see her, she's either in the studio doing more voiceovers or she's always getting her work done, bro. So it's like let's get Lonnie a vacation. Let's get her out here. I want to meet her. I'm sure Kaylin wants to meet her. And honestly, I think there's a lot more people here in Cincinnati that would love to meet the voice, like Nancy Drew herself, bro. Like the original Nancy Drew, she's the one that does all the voiceovers for all the video games.
That she's definitely has to be. If she's willing to be on the podcast and we can fly her in, that's got to be 2023 this year. Let's make it happen. Because she's doing big stuff. She's doing Smile. I mean, that's.
Bro, she's in Mass Effect. She's in like every big video game that is out there. It's her voice.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'll pull out a roll call and I'll send it to you so you can see how many shit she's in.
Good for her. That's awesome.
But yeah. All right, everybody. I appreciate you guys. Tune in next Tuesday. We've got Fame coming in. He's got a new album he's dropping, a new music video.
He just shot it here at the store.
Shot it here.
Yep.
So I can't wait to see that.
Same.
If you guys want to be a part of it, comment below, tag one of us or message one of us, and we'll make it happen.
Yep.
Until then, it's your boy Jay Banks with the Tribe, and we will see you next week.
Later.
We're out of here.
Bye. Yeah. Bye. Bye. Bye.
Still has sound. Let's go.
Sure do.
All right, everybody, we're out.
Later. Bye.